Hello, good morning, and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Klenam Radio, Bato, Gaskia FM Techiman, and Radio Wa in Wa. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up in this bulletin, as Labour Minister begins engagement with stakeholders over SNIT's plans to sell off majority shares in some 4 hotels, Joy News is learning it has temporarily pulled the brake on the deal.
I have already met with management of SNIT. I have met with the board of MPRA. And I'm still consulting. Labour is the third stakeholder. Allow me to have a full disclosure.
The Labour unions are also proposing sweeping changes to the board of SNIT.
They are not convinced at all. And we're going to ask for a total restructure of SNIT. Because this is not how you should manage workers' money. And it's because the money this is not government money. This is workers' money.
Also in this bulletin, lawyers for Richard Jakpa filed an application for court order striking out charges against him or alternatively staying the proceedings against him. Details as the Office of the Attorney General welcomes request by Minority Leader for a live media broadcast of his trial. What's up in business, Darrell?
Hannah, Chief Executive of the Private Enterprise Federation, reveals more firms are adopting strategies to reduce tax payments due to the challenging work environment and rising cost of doing business. Details on the Joy Business Report.
And 2 young Ghanaian dancers, Afonita and Abigail, make it to the grand finale of the 2024 Britain's Got Talent. Details as the judges of the show heap praises on them.
So much flavour, so much personality, so much joy that you just brought to the Britain's Got Talent stage. I would love to see you in the final.
I'll bring you details of that electrifying performance and more on this bulletin. I am Hannah Odami. This is Joy News, independent, fearless, and credible journalism. In our first story, Joy News is learning that SNIT has temporarily halted plans to sell majority stake in 4 hotels following escalating tensions with labor unions. The pause comes as Labour Minister Ignatius Bafo-Iwa begins consultations with stakeholders to resolve the dispute. The proposal to sell to Rock City Hotel, affiliated and owned by Agric Minister Brian Champong, has faced strong opposition from labor unions. The final decision will await the minister's findings after thorough stakeholder engagements.
I have already met with management of SNIT. I have met with the board of MPRA, and I'm still consulting. Labour is the third stakeholder. Allow me to have a full disclosure of the issues pertaining to the topical issues around now.
So the labor unions are proposing an overhaul of the current composition of SNIT's board as they seek to take control of their funds. Dr. Bampo Ado is the executive secretary of CLOSAC.
We were not convinced, and we tell them in plain language, we are not convinced with what you are telling us. We are not convinced at all. And we're going to ask for a total restructure of SNIT. Because this is not how you should manage workers' money. This is not government money. This is workers' money. Why should government be appointing even a chair to the SNIT board? It's workers that must appoint who is supposed to steer our affairs for us. So we're going to look at that. We're not going to allow it.
Moving on, lawyers for the third accused in the ambulance case, Richard Jakpa, has filed an application in court for an order striking out the charges against him or staying the proceedings against him. Maxwell Ababa joins me in studio with more on this story. So tell us the details, Maxwell.
Yeah, in his affidavit in support, Mr. Jakpa testifies on oath that the Attorney General, Godfrey Dame, has had several interactions with him in which he has told him that he, Mr. Jakpa, was innocent and assured him of his acquittal. Now, Jakpa further avers that Godfrey Dame has told him that the reason for his inclusion in the prosecution is to mask the real intention behind the whole trial, and that he instituted the instant action because the President of the Republic and then Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta were mounting pressure on him to persecute the then ranking member for Finance and now Minority Leader Honorable Atuforsen. Now, Jakpa is asking the court for an opportunity to be allowed to testify to these matters and to be cross-examined. We'll be bringing you more in subsequent bulletins, Hannah.
Thank you very much, Maxwell Agbagba. Meanwhile, the Office of the Attorney General says it's not opposed to a request by the Minority Leader, Dr. Kesola Atuforsen, asking the Chief Justice to allow a live media broadcast of his trial. Deputy Attorney General Alfred Tua-Iyebo said it will actually be in the interest of justice.
We have no objection to that request, but of course, subject to the discretion of the Chief Justice, because we believe in transparency, we believe in accountability, and we abhor misreporting. And so, if the Chief Justice, in her wisdom, decides that this matter should be live, we have no objection to say.
Now, members of the clergy in the Volta region have raised serious concerns about the state of roads in various parts of the region. The complaints were made during a meeting with MPP flag bearer Dr. Baumia, who is currently on a tour in the region. Let's hear from Reverend Emmanuel Kofi Nyakon, who spoke on behalf of the clergy.
I don't know whether if you have plan for our roads, because traveling from Akachi to hold this morning was a terrible thing. I'd like to know, with all humility, what plan do you have for our roads?
In response, Dr. Baumia acknowledged the challenges of the poor road infrastructure, but then assured the clergy the government is committed to addressing the issue.
The road network in the country is very vast. Every place you go, the question is roads. And even though government will tell you that we have done more roads so far than any other government, it's not sufficient. The problem, I think, and it is something that I had wanted to touch on, the problem, I think, in the area of roads is that government is making a fundamental mistake, is to try to put the entire road budget on the budget, on the national budget. You will not have enough money if you did that.
You heard the Dr. Baumia. Now, he will continue his engagements and is expected to wrap his tour of the Volta region later. Today, we'll bring you those stories. Let's go to Jerapa, where some residents there say they are not happy about the decision by the Chief Justice, Gertrude Tokonu, to transfer the case involving the gruesome murder of the owner of Royal Kuzi Hills Hotel, Eric Johnson, to Jerapa. Let's hear more from our regional correspondent, Rafik Salam.
I'm not of West, but the Almighty God and the people of Japan,
they are grieving over the loss of a man they considered an oak tree whose importance and philanthropy has gone beyond the boundaries of its over 3 kilometers square Royal Kuzi Hills Hotel and Safari Resort, and by extension the Jiriba municipality. Eric Johnson was gruesomely murdered in cold blood on February 10 this year at his private residence. The presiding judge, Justice Yusuf Asibi, however adjourned the case to June 12 following a letter purported to have been written by the Chief Justice, Justice Gertrude Tokonu, transferring the case out of the Wa High Court to another High Court in Kumasi for the trial. Close family members, landlords, market women, persons with disabilities, and tricycle operators under the banner of Concerned Youth of Jiriba Municipality, they have therefore petitioned the Chief Justice to rescind her decision.
We believe that justice must be done in this case. The transfer could further delay and undermine the integrity of the judicial process.
Rafiq Salam brought us that report. Before we go, two young Ghanaian dancers, Afronita and Abigail, have made it to the grand finale of the 2024 Britain's Got Talent. Unbelievable was the word that Judge Amanda Holding used to describe the two. We bring you excerpts.
Your musicality is out of this world, and your personality really shines through. It illuminates all the building. Love you, love you.
So much personality, so much joy that you just brought to the Britain's Got Talent stage. I would love to see you in the final.
What is happening behind me is more important than what I say.
And that's it for the news at 6 with me, Hannah Odami. Please log on to myjoyonline.com. There's more news there. Thank you for your company.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Papa! Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Chairman. Hey, Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
They say a butterfly flapping its wings in Accra can cause a tsunami in Bangkok. So what if your factory in Insawam could shake up the stock market in Hong Kong? What if your business in Elmina could affect fish production in Norway? What if your refinery in Tema could affect the price of petrol in Moscow? Well, now it can because you have access. Access to the bank with the largest number of customers in Africa.
Aquaba.
Access to our global branch network.
Bonjour. Good morning.
Our robust asset base and an unparalleled digital infrastructure. So go ahead and flap your wings wherever you are, because with us you have access to an entire world of possibilities. Access more than banking.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project or demand, choose Syntex tank. Syntex tank, stress-free. Syntex tank, reliable. Syntex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
You worked hard for your money, and DSTV gives you a whole lot more for a lot less than you think. Instead of one takeout dinner, how about treating the family to a whole month of the best entertainment with DSTV? From thrilling sports, blockbusters, captivating series, to entertaining kid shows, we have it all.
Totally awesome!
And with DSTV Stream, you can watch on the go.
I'm here!
Plus, you can choose a package to suit your pocket. There's a whole lot more to enjoy for a lot less than you think with DSTV.
Hello, Auntie Araba. Hey, Bugger, how are you doing today? I want to buy Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, but I don't have enough money. So what are you going to do? Can you give me the big size? You know, as for me, I'll pay the balance later. Today, no credit. I haven't sold much this morning. If you don't have enough money for the big size, why don't you try the 120-gram pack? There's a 120-gram pack? Introducing the new Pepsodent Cavity Fighter in 120-gram pack size. More affordable and convenient. Get yours today from any supermarket near you. Every smile matters. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello?
Yo, bro. SG Ghana has done it again. Low interest rates on loans this year too. Yatisubium.
Charlie, I did throw inside. Let me call you back.
Call SG Ghana rather. Collect loan and buy car, my guy. Low, very low interest rates on loans this year too. It's difficult to keep good news to yourself, especially when it can transform your life and those close to you. SG Ghana went low on interest rates last year, and this year we are even lower. Yes, Yatisubium. Get the money you need to turn your dreams into a reality. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you and speak to our dedicated staff about the amazing Yatisubium loans today. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details.
Ojo, it's 3 a.m. What now?
Yatisubium. Okay, bye. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Awavu.
Hey, morning.
Yeah. Did you know that there is an African running shoe?
African running shoe?
Trainers made in Africa. Did you know that?
Oh, running shoe.
Yeah, trainers.
Okay.
Sneakers, like Nike, Adidas, what's the other? Puma. Yeah. There's one made in Africa. Did you know that?
Called?
Enda. Never heard of it. Never come across it.
I don't think I've come across Enda.
Yeah. Because, when it comes to running shoes, to be honest, we only ever think of the international ones, right?
Yeah, of course.
But some African company in Kenya breaking their backs, making kambu, but Africans don't buy.
You can understand why.
Why?
Well, people like to associate with very good brands, and the brands you can trust. Yes. And so when it comes to
you
Puma,
can't trust an African brand.
Oh yeah, and you can't trust it to be of good quality.
Why not?
You go to places where you feel that you're going to get value for your money. I mean, if I'm buying something from Puma or Nike, I know that it's good quality. Yeah.
But you know that if it's African, it's not good quality.
But that's a perception.
That is interesting. That perception is automatic. You had never heard of Enda until this morning. But you assumed immediately that it's of poor quality because it's African.
It's from Africa, yeah.
That is interesting. Well, it's part of the conversation we're going to have today. Why is it that, in spite of the fact that we believe in our continent, and we do tend to believe in Africa, we're proud Africans.
We talk about promoting locally made stuff, promoting the continent, all of that, but people...
But not African brands. Okay. The 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And the Joy Business Report, telling you about all brands from all parts of the world, is brought to you by Omni Basic Bank, at your service.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Chief Executive of the Private Enterprise Federation reviews more firms adopting strategies to reduce tax payments due to the challenging work environment and rising cost of doing business. Also coming up, Ghana to get $103 million grant from the African Development Bank to support small businesses in agriculture. And later on the Business Journal, we'll tell you how some small businesses trying to enter the international market struggle with high cost of packaging and branding. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwal. Thanks for being with us this morning. Hello to our friends listening from Kufuridi on KTU Radio. Now, more businesses in the country have now adopted strategies to lessen tax payments to the state, according to the Chief Executive of the Private Enterprise Federation, Nana Osei-Bonsu. Now, speaking on PM Express Business Edition, Mr. Bonsu noted that most enterprises cannot stand the multiplicity of taxes.
Let me not even touch the multiplicity. Let me touch just one, the income tax. The income tax is 25% of everybody that gets income. 25% on 2,000 is different from 25% on 2 million. we did the report, the analysis that followed the report on the survey, that then the majority of the private sector said, okay, then I'm not going to pay. Catch me if you can.
Is that happening?
That is happening everywhere. But if you make it simplified enough, most people will do what we call automatic compliance. They will pay without even you chasing them. People go to business to make money for themselves first. They don't go to make money for the government. So if they had to choose between internally generated funding for themselves and responsibility to pay taxes, yes, they know they have obligations, but they got to eat first.
Chief Executive of the Private Enterprise Federation, Anna Osei-Bonsu, and there is a repeat of that conversation this morning at 11 on the Joy News channel. Ghana is now set to get $103 million grant from the African Development Bank to support some sectors in the economy, as well as embark on some projects. A signing agreement to aid the release of the funds has been carried out in Nairobi, Kenya, on the sidelines of the African Development Bank annual meetings. Some of the areas that will benefit from the grant include small and medium-sized enterprises, agriculture, and skills development. Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam signed on behalf of Ghana, whilst Jerusalem Fasika signed on behalf of the African Development Bank. In a related development, government has also signed a 5-year country strategy deal with the African Development Bank on areas and projects that the institution will be funding. Turning to other news, economist Professor Patrick Esuming has expressed doubt Ghana is likely to receive any funding from its donor partners to support the economy in the near term. Professor Esuming was reacting to assertions by the World Bank that its recent disbursement will help trigger fresh donor funding and private capital for the country.
Many of our bilateral partners who would have followed on the bank's funding are ones that we're already in discussions with, because we are trying to restructure our bilateral. So it's unlikely that they will send us any funding until the bilateral discussions are done. Then in terms of private capital, well, I think the economy of Ghana is not in great shape now. I think the World Bank money was signed amid we are implementing reforms, but I suspect that private investors will probably look to see more concrete signs that the economy is heading towards some projects before they flock to invest. So I don't expect that is going to be very, very likely. We are likely to see any triggering of additional inflows in the near term.
That was economist Professor Patrick Esuming. Now, the Ghana Employers Association is backing the Social Security and National Insurance Trust SNIT on its decision to sell its shares in 6 Ghanaian hotels. According to the association's president, Dr. Emmanuel Edusako, the action protects the interests of contributors, since the continuous running of the hotels by SNIT will impose a burden on the State Pension Trust. He spoke at the 3rd Annual Leadership Conference of the Ghana Employers Association.
All the hotels, with the exception of where we are all loss-making. Never paid dividend to the company, to SNIT, before. And remember, hotels, after every 5 to 8 years, you have to retool them. Should we still take workers' funds to throw it back into a hotel that has not paid dividend over the last 5 to 8 years, or should we invite the private sector to come in? So I think there's no question about the principle. Principle is right, process is right. We can discuss the politics, the optics of who has won. If you ask me, I absolutely stand by it, that these hotels are loss-making. They will need to be retooled. SNIT, in the light of debt exchange and all that, should not put cash behind these hotels, but rather call private sector to put in money.
Dr. Emmanuel Edusako, the president of the Ghana Employers Association. Now, International Chartered Director and Industrial Engineer Professor Douglas Boateng is making a strong case for government to set up a fund for engineers to aid in Ghana's infrastructure development. Professor Boateng said there is the need to push for a more industrialized economy and also address Ghana's procurement processes, the challenges with it, that is. He was speaking at his inaugural lecture in partnership with the Ghana Institution of Engineering.
We should allocate funding for the government, should allocate funding for engineers. It's very, very important, because that's the only way transformation can happen. We have to obviously change our purchasing habits. We need to look at buying locally, support our local people. We need to also, celebrate engineering. What the GHI has done with myself is to celebrate engineers, what we can do for society. And this is going to be a platform to encourage other engineers to also make a difference. Not that they are not making a difference. They are doing their bit in their own way. The current system has not worked. For me, and I'm going to repeat this, unless we create a Ministry of Industrialization, we are not going anywhere.
Professor Douglas Boateng there, International Chartered Director and Industrial Engineer. Now, President of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, Engineer Mark Amwama, is calling on government to improve logistics infrastructure in the country to enhance the movement of goods and improve trading activities. According to him, the enhancement of logistics infrastructure will reduce damages encountered in the processes of transporting goods. He spoke to Joy Business at a workshop.
For the ability to track and trace your consignments. These are all things that have been listed as a benchmark. That is what you use to determine what your index is. It is incumbent, therefore, that government continue to improve on logistic infrastructure, such as roads and highways, ports and railways, and our airports, especially, for sustainable development and also to balance our economic development.
Engineer Mark Amwama, the President of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. Now, despite the remarkable strides made by some small and medium-scale enterprises in Ghana, some businesses continue to lag behind in terms of their brand presentation. These SMEs are unable to enter the international market due to the high cost of packaging and labeling. James Ishen has been engaging some of the businesses and shares their challenges in this business journal today.
African money, not everyone they chop. Our money, not everyone they chop.
Product packaging serves as a reflection of the product inside and the brand as a whole. As consumers become more conscious of the environmental impact of their choices, there is a growing demand for sustainable packaging solutions. While there are clear benefits to using sustainable packaging, there are also challenges that brands need to navigate.
Okay, with packaging, we want to go eco-friendly. So because of that, we decided to use glass. And there are so many challenges that this comes with, because sometimes you don't even get the packages here in Ghana. So you have to import. And if you want to get it to here in Ghana, it's very expensive with taxes and all those things, yeah.
So you mean you guys import this?
We sometimes import and get it locally, but those who even buy it locally, buy it and sell it to us, they import.
Yeah. Is it expensive?
Super expensive.
Yes, the cans are made in Ghana and we buy them here. We don't import. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. It's only made in Ghana, but it's not that less. It's very expensive.
Okay, so when it comes to the packaging, we thought of it as to how does this product fit into the usage?
These SMEs are unhappy with the state of the economy. They are bemoaning the high import charges on their imported packages for the product they produce.
The duty, everything is like duty, and we buy them in dollars. So as soon as the dollar goes up, then it's really expensive.
Something you get right there in Ghana is being sold in dollars?
Yes, please.
And how is that affecting your operations?
It's really affecting us because I think early this year we couldn't produce for like 3 months because the dollar was going very high. So we couldn't produce, yes. We are like, you stop producing now. Yeah, because the way the cans are going up, the price are going up is too much.
There are people who want this. We've segmented the market and we want people who are supporting the environment. So because of that, we are trying to go eco-friendly. So people actually purchase this because of how we package it. And knowing very well that it is glass, and with glass it's difficult for honey, the glass content to leach into the honey.
Facility depreciation is not left out in the operations of these small and medium enterprises.
I think if it can be sold in cities for us, I think it will be better. Yes, because what we know is it's made in Ghana, but we are buying it in dollars. Yes, and paying duty and everything. It costs a lot. Yes, because if there is no work, like you're just there, what are you doing? Yes.
So what you have in stock now, how many months can it take? Can it take it to the end of the year since you intend not to produce again?
No, it can't. No. If, let's say, the dollar comes like 10 cedis or like 11 cedis, that one will be much better. But 14 cedis going to 15 cedis, no. It's too much for us.
Sustainable packaging materials can sometimes be more expensive or less readily available than traditional materials. However, with advancements in technology and increased awareness, more sustainable options are becoming accessible to businesses, making it easier to adopt eco-friendly practices. James Eshen's report for Joy Business.
Our money, not everyone the job. Yeah, president the job.
All right, and that's our business journal today. More news on our website, myjournalline.com/business. Before we go, look at the markets. The dollar going for 14 cedis 95 pesos. The pound, 18 cedis 81 pesos. The euro going for 16 cedis 2 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil dropped to $81.71 a barrel. Gold is going for $2,342.73 an ounce. Cocoa lost $52 to trade this morning at $9,527 a ton. More news on our website, myjournalline.com/business. My name is Daryl Carl. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues with Kojo Yankson and the team. And the talk about branding makes you wonder how much our businesses are investing in branding themselves.
Indeed, yeah. Is it a priority?
Is it a priority for them?
Yeah. Or are they firefighting with so many other things, paying workers and all of that, taxes that they just never get round to doing the thing that will grow their business, establish them in top of mind for customers. Yeah, a good question. We'll get it. We'll get into it today on the show. I have a message for you.
Okay.
Yes. George Quay.
George Quay?
Yes. George Quay, he says good morning to you.
Good morning, George.
He says tomorrow, Legend of Akushika is opening.
Okay.
And he has 2 front row seats for you and Mrs. Kwao.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
So that's what you are doing tomorrow, okay?
Okay. My weekend has been planned for me already.
All right. Okay, so Jonathan Nelson, I believe. You're in it?
I'm in it.
the Aviation Social Center.
I've realized that my team is a little bit above the teams that are being...
Swansea?
Yes, Swansea City.
And
so,
where are they now?
I don't want you to feel inferior.
The championship.
I didn't wear mine.
In tandem with my belief in African brands, 100% Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, we are locally. We are, you think global, And
No.
So locally, yes, of course, it's the best team in
No,
Ghana.
it's not the best team in Ghana. It's the best team on the continent.
And on international,
it
has to do with the Arsenal and Barcelona.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So locally, yes, we support
those ones. I'm not aware of.
Anyway. Moving on.
Now, the Drive Safe Company is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota superior quality. So the call once again is that check the weather. Now, GMET has been releasing that particular update virtually every day. They do it weekly too, so you get to know at least an indication. But if you use your own iPhone, it also gives you a similar indication of when it's going to rain.
Is it only iPhone users?
I don't know.
What about Android as well?
Please, the weather app on the iPhone.
We can't speak for.
We can't speak for what we don't know.
Okay.
That's why he said most with the young phone, you have to take.
Yes,
apparently,
young phones have to
upgrade
because we enjoy the 5G.
Yes. Someone actually asked whether 5G will work on young phones.
The person asked the question.
Yes.
Even your normal Android phones, you have to have the ones that are 5G enabled.
I'm happy you say your normal Android phones.
I want to assess I want to understand.
But it still drives if you are doing though.
Yeah. But someone
by the way, you have moved to people's yam business.
If 5G will work on an Android phone, it's like saying, does my bicycle need fuel?
No, take your time. Sometimes.
Okay, let's move on.
They always say that no question is a foolish question. Sorry to use that quote.
Or business question.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that should be the appropriate expression.
Business question.
Yeah, for me, what's up?
That's why the person asked the question.
Phones that are kind of
a little
enabled.
Yes.
There is a Nokia phone that.
I bought some Nokia some time ago
in London. In London.
Yes, and you see there's internet on it. All the other apps.
Yeah,
it looks like the original young phone.
Yeah, but it
appears to have evolved a little. So it may be legitimate to ask whether or not that will be, supporting.
But a decorated monkey is still a monkey, right?
Yeah. Now, this attack on the Android industry has been brought to you by...
This is an attack on the monkey industry as well.
Oh my God.
Anyway, moving on. Let's learn how to say it right. And that comes to us thanks to Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. It's also thanks to Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either. I say either.
I heard a bizarre word the other day. Irregardless. Now, that is most certainly not an English word. People say that when they mean to say regardless. Now, regardless, REGARDLESS, means in spite of. And there really is no need to add that unnecessary I at the beginning. I think most people get confused by the word irrespective, which has a similar meaning. In fact, it means regardless of. That's regardless of, not irregardless of. Anyway, we now know how to say it right.
Let's call it over.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's get started with the newspapers. And the news review is brought to us by Syntex Tanker, you're stronger, you're tough, and Access Bank, more than banking. Who's starting us
Let
off?
me start with the Ghanaian Times, and it's reporting this morning that state church must partner to propel development. That's coming from the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. And Pokwase in Sawam Road project in limbo. Over 100 court cases, compensations, relocation of utility lines, delay completion. And Mamavi has actually verified the case part and said there was no injunction on the construction. So and she's passionate about it because Malawi lives in the eastern region. So she has to use that stretch. So it's important that we do not create all of these they have had other issues. They have added relocation of utility lines as also part of the reasons why it is delaying. I do not know what the status of that's supposed to be. They have added compensations as also another reason why it is delaying. Listen, we know, and if you listen to the people that live on that stretch, even the indication of rainfall, people start rushing because you spend your life on that stretch and it will be difficult. Sometimes you're on the road and the part is flooded and people are struggling. They have to all use one lane, and all the difficulties that nobody should be going through in the 21st century, they have been experienced there. We know that in the throes of development, building something like this, it might have challenges because construction may have to limit where you can access and all of that. But please, they should fast pace this. All these artificial roadblocks must be removed.
Yeah.
Because it is making it difficult for people to live on the stretch.
And I don't appreciate the is it the engineering or is it the topography and all the rest, but for instance, some of the major roads in the capital that a little rain and the place are flooded.
Yeah.
I mean the airport, Shangri-La, Flagstaff House. It's a hell.
There's one that I talk about all the time in front of the police training school, Tesano.
Yeah.
Every time it rains, the place is flooded.
And this is not any heavy rain, just slight, and the whole place is inaccessible.
Well, that's on the front page. The other one is that Ghana set to roll out 5G mobile broadband. This is the communications minister of the Republic of Ghana speaking. And yesterday she mentioned, it's the reason why we're having this YAM phone, the need to upgrade and all the conversations earlier.
Did someone ask that question?
Yeah, yeah. Could you answer insist that somebody asked that question?
No, somebody did ask that question.
Yes, you are insisting.
It didn't come from you to that person to ask that question.
How can such a question come from me?
Because of your insistence on the fact. So that's why I wanted to be clear.
So that's why we're just trying to find out.
Yes.
Whether I am the one who made someone ask
No, we're
that
just
question.
asking. No.
I don't know why you have a difficulty with the question you are asking.
The question you are asking falls in the same category as the question the person
Well,
asked.
in the Daily Guide, you have one of the lead stories says you are sabotaging the economy, minority told, and coming from Alexander Afenyo Markin, and also leaked tape for some people to open defense in 3 weeks. And it's on page 6, the 2.37 million ambulance case after force and request live telecast trial. It's one of the lead stories on the Daily Guide. And also Bahamia takes campaign to the Volta region and government to roll out 5G services soon. Those are the lead stories on the Daily Guide
now
newspaper.
The Catholic Standard is reporting this morning, help to Africa must be support, not imposition. And Kojo, since you will be in the future later on today talking about it's with the East and the West. The help, which one is support and which one is imposition? We know, but we want to leave it to you. We don't want to prejudice the conversation. We want to leave it to you. Feel free to prejudice it.
Is it the trade vulnerability report I stand to be educated?
Yes!
Ghana Statistical Service released yesterday. That might be important to your discussion. I mean, the revelations or the findings in that report are showing
brilliant.
It looks like gradually we are moving away from Europe
gradually
to the East in terms of our imports and exports. So that might be interesting.
Majority of our imports came from China.
More than 20% of our this and so and even the East as well. And
we are massively moving.
So why?
I think the conversation should also include what the risk factors are.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I mean, when the West came along, we thought they were wonderful, didn't we?
No, some of us were not.
Well, we were not there. When I say I mean our forefathers, right?
My forefathers were clearing their minds.
Whatever. we thought they were wonderful, and then we realized that nobody else can have our interests other than us. They will always serve their own interests, and now we are where we are. Right? So as we now start to embrace the East, we need to also look at the risk factors there. What are the dangers? I mean, what are the pros and cons of doing business with the Eastern Bloc? You know? Yeah, it's important.
No, it's absolutely important.
To ask those questions.
Questions have been raised.
Kojo made a very important thing that nobody will have your interest better than yourself. So we shouldn't be happy that, the East, they love us so much. No, I mean, I'm sorry.
But some people have your interest more than others.
Well, I beg to differ.
No.
The person that has nobody has a better interest than yourself.
No, you may have common interests.
No, I'm not.
But nobody has your interest.
I'm just making a point that we shouldn't be code naive, thinking that the East loves us so much.
You know the question I asked the other time,
and so let's be careful.
I get you, but the question I asked the other time is, what do we want? Mostly, if you know what
That's
you
where
want,
it starts.
It determines the kind of relationship that you should build.
Yeah.
Over the years, we have always had this blanket, economic diplomacy, yes, good neighborliness, all of those things that you may be taught at LESIAD. Yes.
Professor, what's his name? I forgot. Just okay.
In fact, Decay. Yes, Ambassador Decay was saying diplomatic communication and practice. He has a way of putting it in very nice ways that if we know where we want to go, then you forge alliances in pursuit of that.
Precisely.
If you know your values, then your alliances align with that.
Precisely.
Sometimes you even know your economic and competitive interest, then you form alliances in pursuit of that. But we appear to be pawns in some other people's game.
Yes.
Virtually all the time.
Do you see why this is an important election conversation?
You
see why we should be asking these people who want power?
Yes.
That look, what do we want, and who do you see as the best partners to get it?
That's true.
I think they're going as a bloc, and that is where ECOWAS and then African Union comes in. If you want to go as just one country, you struggle. I mean, imagine Ghana trying to renegotiate terms with China and all that. Listen, a typical example has been this whole external debt restructuring.
And how the EP is.
Yeah,
you remember?
It's still, and there's another thing also happening with respect to even our export to European Union.
That's
as
true.
well.
Look,
and so
we are
as
excited
an individual
about
country. You struggle. Maybe
we're talking about risks. We're excited about China, right? But just recently, we were talking about the Pualugu Dam. Do you remember that originally we were going to get the money for the Pualugu Dam from China, from a Sino-Hydro deal?
Yeah.
That's the reason why Power China became the contractor. So we hired Power China as contractor, then the money disappeared.
Yeah. But did we do what we're expected to do?
But we still the point is this: you can't rely on someone to pursue your interest. You'd better do the right thing to ensure that you are at the table. So the money disappeared, but we were still stuck with Power China as contractors. And now 4 years in, we are paying mobilization money, and you go there looking for the construction site, you can't find it. You see what I'm saying?
So more to come.
I mean,
you will not finish the conversation now. You will not finish the conversation.
No, we can't. We can't possibly finish it now.
You are moderator, right?
Yes.
Yes, very fair moderator.
Absolutely, 100%.
Objective moderator.
We should not even allow him to talk. He's an interested party in the case.
Interested? No, I'm a moderator, so I have no interest.
No, I'm saying that right now you are an interested party.
Let me get my feelings out now, so that tonight I can keep quiet.
Non-aligned.
Yeah. Well, the new finder has also a lead story. Minister justifies a 5G contract, says no neutral infrastructure company exists to handle the rollout. A legal framework to keep proper use of AI, according to the Margin CEO. Each failed stock track system is not revenue assurance, according to Senior Hosi. And then Access Bank is 2024 best bank in Ghana. These are the lead stories on the new finder, and we will not forget about the international story.
The H-field, does it belong to Senior Hosi?
I think he might be a partner in this whole thing. He tried to clarify that it's not a revenue assurance company as well. On international news, Donald Trump, has he been convicted or
34 counts
convicted?
After the conviction has happened,
and for a lot of people, they think that he's gotten away with a lot of things. And is it the chickens that come home to roost? Or is that the correct expression?
Yes, there was a time that people said America has not had such an unconscionable leader for a very long time.
Yeah.
But there was a reason why he became leader. Yeah. I think Americans, like the way we interrogate our politics, should interrogate their democracy too. And they should stop busily imposing things on other people elsewhere and internally interrogate their democracy.
I think most
what
Americans,
will never happen in Ghana, we know in our history, is people taking guns and marching straight to Flastabout with the hope to go and remove the people there. Yeah. It happened in the United States of America. And I'm saying they should internally review their democracy and get to appreciate that they have a lot of work to do. Perhaps they'll be less busy elsewhere if they do the internal introspection properly.
But I think that also it's established that no one is above the law in America, you know, and whether the same can be applied here in this country as well, that no one is above the law when it comes to this. It's interesting development actually, and see how this would actually shape the elections coming up in November, right?
Yes, some of us believe it may slightly affect his chances in the interim, but on the larger scale, he's still a deeply popular person with a section of the American populace that not just that grouping, that is very difficult to combat. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what will happen if he's jailed though.
Yeah.
Running government from jail.
But two things, you know, this has it could trigger his base to come out when he plays the witch hunt card. And also for others who also say that we want a convict in the White House, you know, the independent voters.
It's quite strange,
how this will impact them to also go out as well. So it's not a done deal, you know, it's a
trust me, there are some Americans who just like to be the first to do anything. So the first to put a convict in the White House, it sounds like a good project to embark on for some of them. All right, let's go online. The online review brought to us this morning by Zenith Bank in your best interest, GOIL, Good Energy, GOIL Yanara India, and G&J Technical Services, celebrating 30 years of providing backup power in Ghana.
Now, life's unpredictability shouldn't cast doubts on your future. Gain peace of mind by securing your future with the Zenith Bank's bank assurance plans. Whether it's an educational plan to safeguard your child's academic future, a life plan to give you and your loved ones financial support in the event of critical illness, permanent disability and death, or a farewell plan to cover funeral expenses, Zenith Bank's bank assurance plans, underwritten by Prudential Life Insurance, provides absolute peace of mind. Secure your future and that of your family with Zenith Bank Assurance today. Sign up at any Zenith Bank branch nationwide or visit zenithbank.com.gh for more information. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Now, Good Energy has hit the road with exciting choices to energize your vehicle. It is giving you more options to take you further. Watch the space for your choice. Goyle, Yena Yedia. Okay, on myjoyonline.com this morning, ambulance case, Richard Jakba files application to dismiss charges against him. And in the same case, the Attorney General's office says they have no objection to the request by Atoforson's team for a live telecast of the hearing. A group wants Kofi Bosumpim Osafo Mafo dismissed as SNIT Director General, and Charles Bisiu's case against the OSP's arrest warrant has been reassigned and postponed. Justice delayed, and what? Communications Minister justifies why company awarded 5G contract was just a week old before approval. There's a reason. Okay, citynewsroom.com says Akufo-Addo directs Labour Minister to engage organized labor on SNIT hotels. That's a story from yesterday, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, and on CNN, no doubt Donald Trump's woes are front and center. Go check them out for yourself. Right now, though, I think it's about time we went for the BBC News. Thanks to Fidelity Bank, believe with us. And Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Let's go planting. Year in and year out, you've stood with the government for the best cause. Once again, the government of Ghana is calling on you to help Green Ghana under the theme Growing for a Greener Tomorrow. Participate in the planting of 10 million tree seedlings nationwide on 7th June and let's green Ghana for the next generation. The Forestry Commission will make free seedlings available at vantage points nationwide. Green Ghana, let's go planting. This campaign is proudly brought to you by the Government of Ghana under the auspices of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Forestry Commission, Ghana Forest Investment Program, National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program for Illegal Mining, Minerals Commission Ghana, and Forest Plantation Development Fund Board.
Let's go planting.
What name brightens the streets, homes, and businesses of Ghana? What company has been providing world-class backup power to Ghanaians for 30 years?
G&J Technical Services.
Final answer?
Yes, G&J, final answer.
Correct.
G&J is celebrating 30 years of providing backup power in Ghana. As the largest supplier of world-class generators in the country, we have been the backbone of Ghana's alternative power industry by delivering the best sales, maintenance, and after-sales solutions the nation has ever seen. We've done it for 30 years, and we promise that the future will be even brighter. Reach us in Accra on 030-268-9178 or 9179 and 020-222-2204 all the way to 2220. And in Kumasi on 020-222-236 or 020-222-2220.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So hunam ya buya, na wunya wunya. Rapina, will take the pain away. Rapina, mema wuya unajai.
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex Itin Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of a Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Lloyd Austin and Dong Jun to talk about global issues such as the war in Ukraine and problems closer to Chinese shores. The US has revitalized military ties with some traditional East Asian allies, such as the Philippines. China continues to aggressively push what it sees as its core interests in the region, particularly in the South China Sea and around Taiwan, the self-governing island Beijing considers its own. Both defence ministers will be keen to avoid a military mistake around these flashpoints without seeming to back down.
NATO foreign ministers will continue their two-day meeting in the Czech Republic on Friday, with talks likely to be dominated by Washington's announcement that it's allowing Ukraine to use US arms against some military targets within Russian territory. It applies only to the Kharkiv region, which was again hit by Russia on Thursday. But some members of the alliance, such as France, have argued that all military infrastructure should be considered legitimate targets. The Czech hosts said it was more logical to shoot down Russian planes than to try and stop the rockets. But others, including Germany, worry about a wider escalation of the conflict. World News from the BBC. South Africa's Electoral Commission says official counting in the general election has been completed and the results are now being audited. Results have been unavailable on its website for several hours. The Commission says this is because of a technical fault that it's working to fix. Tallies with half the votes counted showed the ANC far short of the 50% it would need to form a government alone. Catherine Bjarahanga is in Johannesburg.
South Africa democracy is one of a proportional representation system in parliament. So if no party is getting those landslide majorities in elections, that means that they have to now start forming alliances and coalitions. The next parliament has to sit within 12 days of the results being announced, and that's that first sitting. They would then elect the next president of South Africa.
Yemen's Houthi-run television channel says 14 people were killed overnight and more than 30 injured in a joint airstrike carried out by US and British armed forces. The US Central Command said the operation was in retaliation for attacks on shipping in the Red Sea by the Houthis. It said its missiles had hit 13 targets in areas of Yemen controlled by the militants and had brought down 8 drones. There have been reports of more deaths from suspected heat stroke in India. The authorities in the eastern states of Odisha and Bihar say 15 people died on Thursday. They're investigating more cases. State employees in Odisha are now prohibited from outdoor activities in the middle of the day. The almost complete skeleton of a huge stegosaurus is expected to fetch up to $6 million when it's auctioned later this summer. The prehistoric beast, nicknamed Apex, is 8 metres long and 3.5 metres tall. The fossilised bones were uncovered in 2022 in the US state of Colorado, a site of numerous discoveries from the late Jurassic period. BBC News.
Welcome. I am Wahinere Gifty-Auntie. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. And this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. Invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and receive a monthly income for the perfect retirement. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Obrapa Ahotonkwa.
Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
There are some classy celebrations that calls for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle up to 50% more than the industry standard and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
Anymore, pop quiz. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Can you give me 3 words that start with Omni?
Oh, that's easy.
Omnibus, omnipotent, omnibus. The bank with a really nice signboard.
Hey, Radzi, you mean Omnibisic. OMNIBSIC. Omnibisic. Let me hear you say it.
Omnibisic.
Perfect.
Is that an abbreviation?
Not entirely. And it's not just a bank with nice signboards either. Omnibisic Bank is Ghana's fastest growing bank with innovative banking products and headquarters in Atlantic Tower at Airport City, Accra, as well as 40 branches across the country. Omnibisic Bank has the final word on excellent customer service delivery in Ghana.
Plus, they have the coolest signboard.
Yes, they do. And the coolest name, Omnibisic.
At your service.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet.
it.
Yeah. Okay,
that's right.
Brought to you by...
This Friday is brought to you by DJ Wobete.
Yes.
All right, it's Joy 99.7 FM. We're doing it the way you like, right here on Joy. And today's conversation is all about Brand Africa's discovery that in spite of how much we believe in Africa as a continent, we believe in ourselves, we claim we believe in ourselves, we only 14% of the top 100 brands in Africa are African brands. Okay, only 14 out of the 100 brands. The rest of them are foreign. Nike is the number one brand in Africa. And I mean, you can understand why if you look at how how heavily these brands have invested in branding, to repeat the word, in branding and making sure that they are top of mind here. Listen to Tebe Ikalafeng. Tebe Ikalafeng is the founder of Brands Africa, right? He spoke on The Pulse on the Joy News channel just a couple of days ago on the same topic. Listen to him.
The fact that there's a disconnect between loving ourselves and loving what we consume, it is what Ali Mazrui said in Kenya. A Harvard professor once said that Africa produces what it doesn't consume and consumes what it doesn't produce. Because we don't love ourselves, we love to be validated by external brands. And because when we're wearing Gucci, we're wearing Louis Vuitton and all those, we think we have arrived. But when we're wearing something that is made in Ghana, made in Africa somewhere, we think that it is poor quality because we don't think well of ourselves.
Is that what it boils down to? Self-esteem, lack of self-esteem?
100%. Now, let's give ourselves examples, right? In the Republic of Ghana, sometimes there is the expectation, Kojo, some places when you show up and you are not wearing their suit, even a certain financial institutions, you ask you to sit somewhere. Someday I went to a shorts with a shirt and appeared in a bank that I've been paying money to the bank. And people, they're not minding me. I want to actually say, hold on, to go and sit somewhere. Then I took off the cap I was wearing, which is where they say they're not allowed to wear the cap again. The guy said, oh, yes, it's you. Oh, okay, please come. What were you saying? I mean, I felt uncomfortable because I didn't get the point. But I could realize that there are times I show up like some very serious person by their own standards and qualifications. I was given different treatment. It's not only that place. There are some hotels that do not allow you to use their washroom if you're not wearing the suit. The presumption is that if you're wearing the suit, automatically, if you are dressed in some way, I mean, automatically you are a potential client.
Precisely.
But the other guy, who you may not know, I mean, so it's the mentality of what we are built for ourselves.
We're in May, right?
Yeah.
1 week before Ghana month, which was March, I changed my wardrobe.
Yes.
So from that day till today, I haven't worn a suit to work.
Yes, contrary to
consistently wear made in Ghana clothing.
Yeah.
I keep getting complaints.
Yes, something I've been fighting every day.
Yes, some people seem to think that there's something wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Yes, that I'm not
in tune,
dressing the way they expect,
and that you have departed from your original history.
Yes. Anyway, Professor Bob Hinson will be joining us today. I mean, you know, he's a brands expert, a global.
Before you move on, why is Samuel Adami worried?
Yes, I mean, what's the problem?
Yes.
What seems to be the problem?
Old
woman, why are you concerned? I'm talking about dry bones.
Yes. No, but it's a serious matter.
It is.
It's a very serious matter. Yeah. The way we treat our own, and that's why I was saying that when they said Africa was rising, some of us argument was that listen, we are only rising consumerism, not because we are producing and actually consuming our own.
Precisely.
But we are also now buying more of the Western brands. But see how we show development. Indeed. It is when we see Western brands in your country. So, oh, this brand is there. Yeah. This brand has come in. Yeah. They are doing this in this corner. That is how. But we are just consuming. We are not interested whether they are African alternatives and portraying it.
We don't respect our own brands until the white man consumes them.
Artifacts, for example. When you go to some of these art centers and all of that, the people who are actually buying the things.
Yeah.
The same thing that we'll go and buy somewhere else and be chasing it in corners in different forms.
Yeah. Let someone make some chalewote here. Nobody will respect it. But the minute it turns up on Louis Vuitton's website,
oh yes, heavily priced.
Yeah.
Then we are fine.
Sponge that we used to bath. Nobody respected it until white man put $300 price tag on it.
Oh, we saw the video too.
Oh yes,
and they gave some name. And
Skull.
Yeah, it says for therapeutic. Yes,
Mala. I was
the
going
same
to say something. Anyway. Today we'll talk about it. Professor Bob Hinson will join us, and we'll get into it. Why do Africans not like African brands? By the way, you see the title of the song that we're playing? It's called Butter My Bread.
Yes.
Which side is our bread going to be buttered on, east or west? Well. Tonight's debate is going to be hot on that one. Yes. Stay tuned for that and more. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy. It's a Friday. We're all excited. We're gearing up for the big weekend. Don't forget, 6 till 9 p.m. tonight, the big debate. Should Ghana look east or west? What do you think? Use the hashtag JoySMS.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning. The Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Let's start from the courtrooms, where I'm hoping that in the future we will build our own local wigs.
Local wig.
And anyway, now the UPSA Law School Point of Law series. Today, we should note this. And it's from Section 137 of the Land Act, 2020, Act 1036. The registration of an instrument under the land title registration provisions constitutes actual notice of the instrument to all persons for all purposes as from the date of registration. Repeat for emphasis and for the understanding and appreciation of those who have not heard properly. The registration of an instrument under the land title registration provisions constitutes actual notice of the instrument to all persons and for all purposes as from the date of the registration. And this is from Section 137 of the Land Act 2020, Act 1036.
So basically, the minute you register your land, you have informed everybody that this land is registered to you.
No kululu expected.
That's right.
You don't have to publish it in the newspapers.
No. Yeah, why register? Okay, then. Now, delivering simplified digital financial services coupled with 24/7 world-class customer service, Express Pay focuses on living life effortlessly. With Express Pay, you can transfer money from your bank or mobile money account to any bank or mobile money account and pay for a myriad of services like DSTV, ECG, water bills, Zoom Lion. That's what I use, I don't I don't actually have an MTN phone number that allows Momo, right? So this is how I send Momo.
Because you don't want to
Express Pay.
Send Momo to people.
Oh, but I do with Express Pay.
It's you deliberately are avoiding Momo.
Anyway, the beauty of having Express Pay is that you can load all your bank accounts and mobile money accounts on Express Pay to give you multiple access when sending money. What's more, Express Pay has dropped its prices for all Visa card transfers from 9 selected banks. So you pay nothing more than 10 Ghana cedis when you transfer any amount to a mobile money or bank account using your Visa card from Stanbic Bank, EcoBank, Standard Chartered, Absa Bank, FNB, Fidelity Bank, Carl Bank, First Atlantic, and GT Bank. Life is just simple with Express Pay. Download Express Pay in the Play Store or the App Store now. Express Pay, payments simplified.
Now, J&J, your reliable alternative backup power solutions provider, is 30 years. Hooray! We wish to thank all our cherished partners and customers for being part of this wonderful journey. As we embrace the future with brighter hopes, we look forward to providing you with the best backup power service to your homes, offices, churches, and more. We are still the largest backup power supplier in the whole country. With our 24-hour service delivery, we are poised to give you the best brands in backup power and after sales services. Locate J&J in Accra off the Mortuary Road to Kolebu, and also call J&J on 0302 689 178 or 0302-689-179 or 020-2222-204. In Kumasi, you can call G&J on 020-2222-236. And you should note that, or 020-2222-20. That's how you get G&J and your most authentic and reliable alternative backup power supply.
All right, Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, PAPS, is now live at Fidelity Bank. Imagine sending money to your loved ones, your business partners across Africa instantly and in Ghana cities. So don't wait for days for transactions to clear. No more expensive fees, just fast, secure, and affordable payments. PAPS is here, and Fidelity Bank makes sending money through PAPS easy. Visit any Fidelity Bank branch and start sending money across Africa instantly, securely, and affordably to Nigeria, Gambia, Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Now, a poorly-maintained car engine can age faster. That we have all settled on. That's why we offer you the specially formulated quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. This is a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even when it's under extreme pressures and temperature. Choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
All right, now as a business, you're always exploring innovative ways to maximize your operations and foster growth in today's dynamic environment. And ABSA knows that no great story was ever written alone. With a little help from the ABSA Supplier Finance Program, you can pay your suppliers early so that you pay later. And you can extend your payment terms without compromising your supplier relationships. By optimizing your working capital, your suppliers will also benefit from early access to funds, enhancing their financial stability and cash flow. So the next chapter of your business is one of growth and achievement. Go visit absa.com.gh or speak with your relationship manager today for more details on the ABSA Supplier Finance Program. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
Now, a poorly maintained car engine we know can age faster. That's why we offer you that special formulated quartz engine oil and its age resistance technology that everybody believes in. It's a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves in protection against mechanical wear by up to 74% under extreme temperatures and pressure. Now, choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
All right, now to the businessman, the trader, and the parent sending money to loved ones and business partners. Thanks to the Access Bank and PAPS partnership, you can now send money across borders, hassle-free. So now you can send money to pay for goods and services, make business transactions, and cover school fees across Africa without worrying about foreign exchange losses or delays. It's straightforward, secure, and it keeps your mind at ease. Benefit from instant payments across Nigeria, Liberia, Gambia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone with zero foreign exchange hassle. When you send money in cedis, it'll now be received in any other currency by the recipient. For more information, go to ghana.accessbankplc.com or just call the toll-free number 0800 004400. For all your cross-border payments, go to any of their branches and PAPS it with Access Bank. Access Bank, more than banking.
Now, if you've ever tried to push a pull door, you know it doesn't work. Same goes for when you put the wrong engine oil in your luxury vehicle. So I'm introducing to you Mr. Youngson, Shell Helix Ultra OW20 SP. This is specially formulated with a unique Shell Pure Plus technology that actively helps lubricate and clean your engine, giving you premium car performance, peak performance. Now, you should know that Shell Helix Ultra OW20 SP provides unsurpassed wear and sledge protection, leaves your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard. An enhanced fuel economy you get to. Shell Helix Ultra OW20 SP is designed to be the safest for the environment with a significant reduction in carbon emissions. I could go on, but the only way to prove the value of Shell Helix Ultra SP OW20 is to try it yourself. The proof of the pudding is what is in the tasting,
in the oil,
in the eating, in the oil,
in the lubricating.
Now, premium rose best with premium. Get Shell Helix Ultra OW20 SP made for premium today.
All right, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited keeps urging you to go check out kingdomstoreonline.com for the very best office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery. You can pay via Momo across all networks for whatever you see and like, and they will deliver for free if you live in Accra or Tema. Terms and conditions do apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Now, to you all Toyota users, get ready for a revolution, because if you want your Toyota engine to function optimally, then there's only one choice: Bakupe, the Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil has been rigorously tested and proven to be the best oil for your Toyota engine, specially crafted to keep your Toyota engine running smoothly and efficiently. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil is available at all Toyota Ghana branches across the country. Nothing, absolutely nothing, makes your engine happier than Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. For bulk purchase or distribution, contact Toyota Ghana on 0302 429 801. Toyota Ghana, the company, is actually proud to be associated with our Drive Safe safety tips here on the Super Morning Show. Toyota, superior quality.
All right, coming up, sports and your birthdays on the Super Morning Show. Stay tuned.
Where the heart is. Then let's go home. Shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is. Where the passion is. Where the laughter is. And sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
This is what it has come to, the moment that defines a season. It's the finale, and I want it all. I want all the gold and the drama. I want Pep and Klopp racing for the top. I want the biggest stars shining on Champions League nights. I want the fairy tale stories and the glory. I want the passion of Serie A. I want the flair of La Liga. I want the Premier League. I want the football finals. I want it all. Reconnect to catch every match live on DSTV.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut, Lonat sa malaria. A 3D Lonat na wonto. Malaria chill. Popo. What win the day? I want the Lonat. A dabako. Lonat. A damien no. Lonat. A damien sa. Lonat. No. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu hu se malaria wa wumujam ansana wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo hwa ko hu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
Yeah, birthday wishes will be coming up shortly.
Pretty much so.
Yes, brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner.
Achu and the team have all the headlines from the world of sports now. Brought to you by
MTN. Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good.
And
DSTV, it's your moment.
Everyone, that's why you.
Oh,
you are like Ghanaian vice presidents. Offbeat.
Oh, but is that offbeat? All the massive support I gave you. You do know what it takes to be a mate? No, okay, none. So, folks, imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sound's boundless energy. I mean, picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right. We're not just offering you loans. We are offering you the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you are ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following numbers: 050-1535-789 or 050-1535-790 or 0244-674-154. And let's chat a cause for a brighter tomorrow together and make your solar dream shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered,
here for good. Now you can say goodbye to memorizing 1,001 short codes. Experience a complete one-click access to all MTN services with My MTN app. You can now check your airtime, data, Momo balance, buy bundles and airtime, or from your Momo wallet you can send money or monitor your data usage and calls made, as well as access your MTN Momo account and so much more, all with the My MTN app. Download the My MTN app from the App Store or the Google Play Store today and experience a super convenient way to do the things you love on your favorite network, MTN. So, what are we doing today? Now, Achu, before you get started, there is an international fan. Yes, her name is Mamiesi Yamwa. She's an Arsenal fan. She loves the Joy Sports Center. She's listening, so a quick good morning to her.
Good morning to you, Mamiesi Yamwa. It would be great if you could switch clubs. Arsenal is not exactly the team to be supporting these days. My name is Victor.
I know her answer to
that. All the disappointing runs that they've had, the nearly men Arsenal are becoming. Welcome to the Joy Sports Center with me, Victor Achutamakle. The Black Stars of Ghana are training today. They hold their first training session at the University of Ghana Stadium at exactly 4:30 ahead of the World Cup qualifiers against Mali and the Central African Republic. Otuado's men will train in Accra for 5 days before departing for Bamako on Tuesday, the 4th of June, for the crucial Group I encounter against the Eagles of Mali. Before you watch Friday's session, which the FA says is open to the public, here's Stars coach Otuado on what he wants to do with the Black Stars.
I think, for me, Ghana football stands for good football. This is maybe I want to use the opportunity. It's difficult to promise victories because of football you can be better than your opponent and at the end they will score and they will win, or one slight mistake will happen. But I think I will take the opportunity to be brave enough to promise you that we will play good football, because I've been studying football for a very, very long time, and for me, the boys, especially in Ghana, they like to play with the ball. This is how they grow up when they're playing on the streets, and this is what I want to implement.
Meanwhile, Public Relations Manager at the Ghana Football Association, Neil Armstrong Mortagbe, has called for support as the Black Stars go through rebuilding.
He has a broad perspective on what he's doing. He knows the players that are potentially available, the players that are on injury list who should be coming back. He's worked with Dede before. Dede is not a stranger to him. So if he says at this time, for these 2 games, this is the stock of players that he's going to work with, I think we'll just respect that decision and put all our support behind him, because he's called for it. That we are on a sort of a rebuild, in his words. And so in rebuilding, you look at blending the old or the experience with the new. And he has some experience in there, and feels that the experience he has in there is good enough for these 2 matches to blend with, especially the new ones that he's brought in, to give us, hopefully, the kind of output that we expect.
Armstrong, who was speaking to Joy Sports editor Nathaniel At, also explained the rationale behind the creation of 6 new national youth teams. Last month, the Ghana Football Association said it was creating 4 new male and 5 new female national teams as part of its strategy to ensure continuity in player development at all levels. This, Neil Armstrong says, is necessary for the progression of talent through the ranks.
And so, by vision of the president, Kurt Edwin Simeon Okraku, and the executive council, the decision was taken to form national teams at every age level, so that when you transition from 17 or you move from 17, you go to 18, there is a team of qualified coaches, competent coaches there to manage your transition. Then you go to U19 all the way to U20, and we believe that by so doing, you seamlessly transition the players from the U17 competitive team to the next competitive team, and they don't get lost in between there. So if you ask the question about what's next, that is what is next for this crop.
Ghana Premier League action next, and Accra Hearts of Oak are taking on Nations FC tonight, needing a win to keep their hope of avoiding relegation alive. Hearts are in 15th position with just 2 points above the relegation zone and have won just 2 of their last 8 league matches. Here's Hearts of Oak coach Abubakar Ouattara, who is clear in his mind what's at stake.
The 3 remaining games, we need the points. We don't have any choice. We need the points. To get the points, we must score. To score, play simple game. It's simple. The team, we are under pressure. Don't take me alone. Take the, all the team. We are under pressure because we need a point to survive. I tell you the last time.
Look, Hearts of Oak are in trouble. They need to win each of the last 3 matches to guarantee Premier League survival. And as I've said, they are a team that simply cannot find wins these days. Now, while they play that game tonight, they will have one eye and one hand on the Asante Kotoko versus Olympics match on Sunday. Olympics have 36 points, 2 less than Hearts of Oak, who have a game in hand, have a game in hand over the Phobians. Here's Kotoko coach Prosper Natiogum on Kotoko's plans after securing Premier League safety.
I think on a very good note, like we ended this game, there's no motivation than this. Beating Hearts of Oak of all teams is enough motivation for the players to know that the 3 games left, they need to work harder than they have worked today, so that we position ourselves very well on the league log.
But before that Kotoko match, though, tomorrow Legon Cities will take on Bofakotano, and on Sunday Brekum Chelsea play Real Tamale United, Dreams FC at home to Karela United, Mediama Sporting Club will play Pando Hearts of Lions, and Swatraman United will play Accra Lions. Runaway league winners Samatis 96 will play Bibiani Gold Stars and could confirm their status as Premier League champions this weekend. Let's talk about boxing next. And yesterday, Africa's contingents at the World Olympic qualifiers improved their stock as far as wins were concerned. You know, on Tuesday, 12 African boxers were eliminated. Yes, on Wednesday, we saw 7 of them being eliminated. But yesterday, 5 of the 8 boxers in action won their fights, with 3 losing. The 3 losers on Thursday are Kenya's heavyweight Peter Abuti, who dropped a unanimous decision to Poland's Mateusz Bereznicki. Morocco's African Games bronze medalist Hamza Esadi surprisingly lost by unanimous points decision to Sri Lankan flyweight Umayan Meheran. Gabon's African Games bantamweight bronze medalist and silver medal winner in last year's Africa Elite Championships, Frank Mombe, went down 5-0 to North Korea's Ryon Sochon in the flyweights division. And of course, Ghana's very own Theophilus Nikpapo-Alote, he progressed by securing a unanimous points decision to the round of 16 and is just one more win away from securing Olympic qualification. Later tomorrow in the women's division, Dr. Onela Sathud is going to be in action, and we wish her the best as she prepares for that. Let's get into European football next. And former Barcelona and Man United defender Gerard Piqué has been placed under official investigation by a court in Spain over his alleged involvement in a deal which saw the Spanish Super Cup move to Saudi Arabia. Piqué's company Cosmos signed agreements with the Spanish Football Federation that will see it receive up to 40 million euros for brokering the deal, with the RFEF receiving up to some 400 million euros. That's the equivalent of 340 million pounds. Judge Delaya Rodrigo said there were possible illegalities with criminal implications in the agreements that were signed. Ex-Spain international Piqué, who's now 37 years of age, has been formally included among a group of people under official investigation over the alleged matters. To the UEFA Champions League action next, because tomorrow all of us will be heading to the Aviation Social Center where the Hits FM Rep Jersey will be taking place. Myself and the rest of the team are going to be there from midday, where all of the fun will begin, even long before the final itself kicks off at exactly 7 p.m. And it's going to be between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. Madrid are favorites ahead of this one, as they've been for each of the times they've been in the Champions League final. Here's Real Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham reflecting that confidence pre-game.
I think the first half was probably more goals, the second half not as many goals. I think from the outside world, you guys view it a lot on the numbers and the goals, but I actually think I've probably improved the more I've played. I've been a lot more involved in the other parts of the game. I think I've assisted a lot more in the second half of the season. So, you know, I try and review my games exactly what they are. I watch them back. I'm more critical than anybody. And I know you guys see the game in a slightly different way, but yeah, I just try and help the team on any given day, do whatever role it takes, even if it means that maybe I have to sacrifice myself a little bit for the team at times. I'm willing to do it every single time.
That's Jude Bellingham speaking ahead of tomorrow's final, which, by the way, is going to be live on Joy 99.7 FM and on Hits 103.9. Remember to join us tomorrow for the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey at the Aviation Social Center. Kojo, you're going to be there tomorrow, aren't you?
For shizzle.
Most definitely.
I'm going to whip out my Swansea City jersey and come in. How are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Swansea City.
Yes.
Come on, Swansea.
Yeah, you know it. The Swans. I am one of two.
But who are you coming with
Swansea
tomorrow?
fans.
Who are you coming with tomorrow?
That's what I'm even explaining.
Okay.
I'm one of two Swansea fans. In fact, the other guy died. So it's just me.
Oh.
But I'll be there. I'll be there in my number.
Do well to bring a few ladies with you tomorrow.
You want ladies?
Yeah, very necessary.
No
for
gentlemen.
tomorrow's. Oh, there'll be one. Football has its own allure for men. Yeah, it's the ladies who we need to convert.
Whatever you say, that's your story and you're sticking to it. All right, well, tomorrow is going to be big at the Aviation Center, so make sure you are there. Right now, though, in just a couple of moments, we'll bring you the Joy Business Minute, which comes to you every morning. But before that, let me remind you that we're asking on social media, right? A couple of questions. First of all, we're asking you, why do we prefer foreign brands to African ones? Why? Why do we just automatically prefer international brands to African ones? This morning you heard me asking Daryl whether he'd heard of Enda, the sports company in Kenya, and the fact that they make trainers, and he'd never heard of them. But when I asked why he thinks we prefer Nike and Adidas and Puma, he said it's because we like quality. He assumed automatically, just like many of us, that the African brand of trainers will be of poorer quality. It was an automatic assumption. Why do we have that mindset about African brands? We'll be talking about it. We've already heard from some of the experts in the area. This conversation was actually had comprehensively on the Pulse on the Joy News channel a couple of days ago. Listen to some of what was said.
There also is the point about what what are African millionaires financing with their millions? How are we opening up African businesses on stock exchanges? How are we opening up our business ideas for equity in money in exchange for equity, so we can have, what is the phrase that I sometimes don't like, we can have the financial muscle to compete, because then we have a population that can consume, but we don't have the money to serve our products to them.
Yeah, all right. So, we're talking about it on social media. Use the hashtag JoySMS. Tell us, why do we prefer foreign brands to African ones? Okay. Social media messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by Rapinol. When the pain is too much to bear, grab Rapinol from Danex Ayrton Starwin PLC. Rapinol, the rapid pain reliever. EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. And Malatu from Ernest Chemist. Malatu, power over malaria.
Now, I should bring you some good news from EcoBank. Right? This is the year to stop singing and talking about chopping and enjoying life, Samuel Dame, and just do it. EcoBank has over 1 million cedis worth of cash and other prizes in EcoBank Million Gang promo. This is for you and over 7,000 others across Ghana. Oh my God. Imagine, winners will be rewarded bi-weekly, and you can be one of them, winning up to 10,000 Ghana cedis. There will also be 3 monthly draws, and all you have to do is just deposit in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis into your EcoBank account at your nearest branch, EcoBank Express Point or EcoBank Mobile, to stand a chance of winning. Other prizes include vouchers, shopping vouchers, airtime, and many more. Promo runs from May to July 31st, 2024. It's your time to chop live. Remember, every 500 CD deposit earns you an entry into the EMG draw. A better way to enjoy life, a better way, a better Africa. And EcoBank, I need to stress this, is the Pan-African Bank.
For shizzle. All right, then it's 8 o'clock. Time for the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG, we stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital, together towards tomorrow. More businesses have now adopted strategies to lessen tax payments to the state. That's according to Chief Executive of the Private Enterprise Federation, Anose Bonsu. He says most enterprises cannot stand the multiplicity of taxes. Ghana is now set to get $103 million grant from the African Development Bank to support some sectors of the economy, as well as embark on some projects. The Ghana Employers Association is backing the Social Security and National Insurance Trust SNIT on its decision to sell its shares in 6 Ghanaian hotels. And the owner of a hit online game, Wordle, is legally challenging a geography-based spin-off called Wordle. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital, together towards tomorrow.
All right, then. So we're getting into it very shortly. The big stories on the Super Morning Show. And today it's all about branding and why is it that African brands don't get the same love that the international ones do. Big stories are brought to you by Telecel, connecting energies, Latex Foam, your partner for life, and Equity Health Insurance, here for you.
Now, Anointed Engineering Services Limited, we know it's into the sales of ultra silent generators from 5 kVA to 2500 kVA, and they also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. They also have in stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators, and also do generator rentals. You can locate our latest branches in Amrahia Frames Oil on the main Adentan Dodua Road in East Legon, Lagos Avenue, the road opposite Tomrick Hotel. In Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, after the overhead. Now, Kasua, we are off the Kasua Wager Road near Simaf Cement Depot. And at Odoko, where we have our head office, it is number 77, Anointed House of the Odoko Malam Road here in Accra. The hotline for you to call immediately is 0243 480 334. 0243 480 334.
Now, you're about to have the world at your fingertips because the wait is finally over. Telecel is here. Now you have everything you want and need. Quick and reliable communications, stress-free money transactions via Telecel Cash, transforming your big business ideas into success stories with Telecel Business and more. Connect with Telecel and enjoy a world of endless possibilities because with Telecel, there is no limit to connections. Telecel, connecting energies.
Now, let me tell you about the Equity Sabia Bambo Sika policy, ABS. Life can be unpredictable, we know. When health issues arise, it is reassuring to have the right support in place. For this reason, Equity Health Insurance has introduced the ABS policy. With Equity Health Insurance's ABS policy, you can enjoy the peace of mind you deserve. For as little as 15 Ghana Cedi a month, you stand to benefit of up to 500 Ghana Cedi anytime you are admitted to the hospital. Equity ABS is designed to provide you with some financial support during your hospital stay. Enjoy and ensuring that you focus on your recovery rather than worrying about mounting bills. So why wait, my friend? Secure your future with Equity Health Insurance's ABS today. Call us on 0202 693 237 to sign up for this all-important ABS policy. Equity Health Insurance, there for you.
All right, so picture this. You're lying in bed after a long day seeking comfort and relaxation, but instead you're met with a mattress that sags beneath you, a reminder of shortcuts and compromises. Your comfort and well-being should have never been compromised, and that is why at Latex Foam they prioritize quality above all else. Step into their showrooms and experience the difference for yourself. Their high-quality mattresses and furniture are crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Just picture waking up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the day. That's the Latex Foam promise. Invest in your well-being. Choose Latex Foam. Otherwise, you do yourself. Latex Foam is your partner for life. Go visit them today and sleep better tonight. Call them on 0302 231155 all the way up to 62. Or you could try 0322 008 499 or just go to latexfoamghana.com. All right, well, look at the time. It's about time we got into our conversation today on the Super Morning Show. Why? Why at all do we give more love to foreign brands than African ones? Brands Africa, which is a South African brands monitoring and assessment and analysis company, has put together this report, very interesting report with some fascinating details which we will be sharing. Tebe Ikalafeng, the founder of the company, has said a few things about it. We'll share what he and others have said, and Prof. Bob Hinson is our guest this morning to really break it down and finally understand why we don't seem to be prioritizing our branding.
Because today in history,
yeah,
the 31st of March, we are in May, right?
Yeah, 31st of May.
The 31st of May 2011. Mm-hmm. You know how many years is that? This is almost like 30 years.
So, 12 years. Oh, 13.
13 years
13 years, yes.
The government of the Republic of Ghana directed all state institutions to adopt local cuisine only at all state functions.
Really?
Yes. The 31st of May 2011, the government of Ghana under Professor John Evans Atta Mills actually directed all state institutions to adopt local cuisine only at all state functions. So, Apapasa and things, Ghana's ultimate. There may be banco on the side. Then fufu 2 day inside. So state banquet, fufu nkwa, banku nkwa. Then once in a while jollof. Yeah. Then
Wachi.
Yes, wachi. Then chinkafa. Then we do some other things in charge.
Cut cake for dessert.
And cut cake for the. You know, cut cake.
Of course I do.
Were you born when we started doing it?
I used to sell in cut cake in my area.
Yes, was it before the contest or after the contest?
In between. Your face.
What does your?
Yeah. I used to sell in cut cake.
But think about it. If we continued at least from 2011. All our state resources going into purchasing of all of these fanciful things and importing them would have been directed at giving the Ghanaian farmer something to grow and use.
Can you imagine?
And others will learn. I remember the University of Ghana also gave a similar directive immediately that every function by the university would only have local cuisine only. I don't know what's been happening to that. The last time I saw something, it was something else, but things change.
In some way, pal. What's the mindset part that makes us abandon our own so easily? I mean, Tebe really put it succinctly. Listen to him.
The fact that there's a disconnect between loving ourselves and loving what we consume, it is what Ali Mazrui said in Kenya. A Harvard professor once said that Africa produces what it doesn't consume and consumes what it doesn't produce. Because we don't love ourselves, we we love to be validated by external brands. And because when we're wearing Gucci, we're wearing Louis Vuitton and all those, we think we have arrived. But when we're wearing something that is made in Ghana, made in Africa somewhere, we think that it is poor quality because we don't think well of ourselves.
Look at that. And you see, the examples are all around us.
Yeah.
We have, and the opportunities too. The government could have said, we are a government that loves V8s, clearly. So we will buy only Kantanka.
Yeah.
We could have said that. Can you imagine how big Kantanka would have been by now? They would have had
Very
factories everywhere. They would have had showrooms everywhere. They would have had service centers everywhere because they would be everywhere.
We will use them in our movies.
Yes.
We'll use them in every corner that we want to be. In fact, it will be the fashionable thing to do to actually have these cars.
But the CEO of Kantanka drives a Range Rover.
Mentality. There's a certain neo-colonialist approach to this, but we need to fix it too.
Okay, listen, let's talk about it, okay? That's what we're dealing with. Why? Why do Africans seem to prefer foreign brands? Why do we not like African brands? Use the hashtag JoySMS, by the way. We're dying to hear what you think about it. We'll share. Bob Hinson, Professor Bob Hinson, is our guest. Stay with us.
You listening to me on the radio. I know exactly what you need, and I go sort you out. But first, a quick introduction. Me be the connection man. I'll make things happen. Whether it be business, fashion, or the latest trend in town, I go connect you. I know when people connect, big things they happen. I am the plug to your plug. Anything you want, that's sorted. I go show you where options they line them up for you. You want download or you want stream? Link up. I got you. I conquer everywhere from circle to KJT. If you come out to Navrum, Jiosu to Kita, Techima to Kumbungu. I'll be the link between you and the next big opportunity. It be me where I go connect you, make it happen. Oh, you want to know my name? I am Telecel.
Switch to Telecel for the best value voice and data services and connect to the things that matter. Connecting dreams, connecting goals, connecting passions.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Electroland Ghana Limited is giving its May Day promotion in all its shops and authorized dealers across Ghana. Grab a Samsung Full HD 32-inch LED TV for just 2,349 Ghana cedis. Get our discounted media tabletop fridge at 1,999 cedis. Buy a TCL UHD 4K Smart Android 55-inch LED TV at 6,299 Ghana cedis and get a free Nasco 5-burner cooker. Mayday promotion near good. Get a Nasco 90 liters top freezer at 1,699 Ghana cedis. And if you're looking for top quality dishwashers, gas hobs, chimney knots, and electric hobs, Electrolux got you with exciting discounts as well. Rush now. Terms and conditions apply. For further information, call 050-315-9739. Electroland Ghana Limited, home of luxury and affordable appliances.
We know say problem day, but you for chop life. Simply deposit cash in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis into your EcoBank account at your nearest branch, Express Point, or through EcoBank Mobile to win your share of over 1 million cedis in prizes in the EcoBank Million Gang promo, EMG. Be one of over 7,000 people to be rewarded. Hey, my God. Yes, so over 7,000 people go chop soft life from May to July 31, 2024. Be an EcoBank customer or be square. Remember, every 500 Ghana cedi deposit earns you a point for the EcoBank Million Gang today, EMG. Deposit today and win your share of 1.2 million in cash and prizes. A better way to enjoy life. A better way. A better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Hello, cherished parents. Do you seek quality international education for your child at the most affordable cost in Ghana?
Then look no further. International School of Accra is the best institution for your child now.
ISA provides fabulous educational opportunities for your child using the Cambridge and the IB diploma curricula. We also provide tuition for SAT exams and place students in their university of choice anywhere in the world.
Our experienced IB trained teachers will transform your child into an academic champion, morally upright, and a professionally skilled individual.
Plus, our fees for the IB diploma program is the most affordable in Ghana. Locate ISA at Roman Ridge, Accra, inside the Jack and Jill School.
Or call 0242 586 062 or 0262 907880 or visit our website www.isaghana.com.
International School of Accra, inspiring excellence, building character.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra. Oh, how? Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel. And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534 or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
From the producers of The Gods Are Not to Blame comes another theatrical marvel.
A deformity. It's a deformity.
In honor of Professor Martin Owusu, dive deep into the heart of Ghanaian theater as Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and the National Theater, presents The Legend of Akusika.
That orphan who killed her mother and destroyed her own father.
Live at the National Theater on June 1st, 2nd, 8th, and 9th at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Tickets selling now at 200 cities only at imagebureaugh.com or dial *714 *11 *21 #. The Legend of Akusika, supported by the Ghana Tourism Authority, Knee Plans Car Rentals, MGL Logistics, IPMC, Joy FM, and proudly brought to you by Stanbic Bank, Telecel, and the National Lottery Authority. The Legend of Akusika.
It beggars belief that we have to ask it, but this is the life we're living right now, where we must ask why, as Africans, in spite of how much we believe in our identity as Africans, we don't believe in our brand. What a strange disconnect. And so, as Brands Africa has discovered in their annual study, Nike is still the #1 brand in Africa. Followed by Adidas, Samsung, Coca-Cola, Apple, Gucci, Toyota. Tecno is right up there, #8. Zara, Puma. Before the first African brand comes in at #11, MTN. It doesn't make sense.
I like your Air Force One.
Thank you. Yes, I'm repping. Nike. It's all around us.
It is what it is.
But at the very least, the rest of it is Ghanaian.
This is Air Force One.
This is by Black ID.
It is what it is.
Yes, he makes almost everything I wear these days.
It is what it is.
Representing.
Kojo.
For sure. But Air Force One too is absolutely. It's the truth of it. Yes,
I agree with you.
And by the way, Prof. Bob Hinson is here with us. He's going to be joining our conversation. Prof, always a pleasure to have you on the show.
I like the Joy Studio. So anytime you come, why do you think I say I'm talking? I'm coming.
I was so pleased.
Joy Studio,
I was so pleased.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Yes. All right, listen, we need to get into the conversation as quickly as we can. First, let me ask you, are you an employer looking to recruit top talent? Well, don't miss this chance to connect with bright and ambitious students and alumni eager to kickstart their careers at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST. They're having a career fair. It'll be on the 11th of June. What day is that? What day is 11th of June?
Saturday is 8th of June.
Let me help you. It's his birthday.
Why don't you know this?
I'm deliberately moving along because I know the 11th of June.
I say, what day is my birthday?
It has been reported that your birthday is
very
11th
good.
of June.
That's why you are our fact checker. Yes. The 11th of June at the KNUST Great Hall from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Reserve your booth now to showcase your organization, network with potential. My glasses are not made in Africa. Potential candidates and conduct interviews to select the best and brightest. The fair offers the opportunity to meet with other employers and businesses. Employer booths are free, and sponsorship packages are available for companies looking to promote their brands. Employers can call 0322 190 741 or just send an email to admin.careerservices@knust.edu.gh to reserve their booths. Do not miss it.
Now, did you know that every time you eat, food and sugars are trapped between your teeth, so they lead to tooth decay. They end up being gum disease. Then, in some cases, you get foul breath. Now, brushing your teeth every morning and in the night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter will give you the greatest fighting chance. It protects your teeth and leave you with 10 times stronger teeth. Now, Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with the fluoride and microcalcium ingredients, sealing tiny and invisible holes in your teeth. This is going to prevent cavities, keeping your teeth stronger and your mouth healthy. Pepsodent Cavity certainly comes in 175 gram. There's what we call the big family pack. There's also the 120 gram Ejakwa pack. But for those who like the small things, 65 grams and also 12 grams sachets. You can always get what you want and what you can afford at any time. You need to not just use toothpaste that brush your teeth. You use Pepsodent that protects the teeth. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. This is recommended. Now, Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for 25 good years. Pepsodent is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. Pepsodent gives you the opportunity to talk to a dentist for free. Call this toll-free number if you want to do so, 0800 161 000. To talk to a dentist for free. You can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. Call our customer care center on toll-free, 0800 2000 30. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
Okay, well, it's 8:22. All right. Now, Brands Africa is a company that studies, follows, promotes Africa's best brands. And every year, they take the time to find out how brands are doing on the continent. They discovered once again that, strangely, African brands are languishing somewhere far behind the top brands of the world. Okay, but when you take the African brands, number one, African brand is MTN, followed by Dangote. Then you have Trade Kings, Glow, DSTV, Ethiopian Airlines, Azam. I'm not sure what company Azam is, but Jumia came in at number 8, followed by Econet at number 9, and Nasco is the number 10 African brand, trusted by Africans.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As for the global 100, as for the top 100, the top 10 were all foreign brands. The first African brand, MTN, came in at number 11. All right. Now, we've heard Tebe Kalafeng, the founder of Brand Africa. We've heard him speak on the Pulse. Do we have the longer clip of Tebe, or can we just repeat the one that we have? We'll get back to playing what Tebe had to say on it. But he raised a very important issue. He said, look, this is because we don't love ourselves. So this is all just a lack of self-love. Some bug planted in our brains, maybe all the way back to slavery, which says that nothing we do can ever be as good as what the white man does.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you caught this morning, Prof. I was speaking to Darrell Kwao.
Yeah.
From our business team, and I asked him if he knew that there were some sneakers made in Africa. And he said no. I said, well, there are. In Kenya, there's a brand called
South
Enda.
Africa. Yeah, absolutely.
He said, oh, never heard of it. And I said, but of course, nobody seems to buy it in the numbers that we buy the Western brands, like my Nikes that I have on right now.
Absolutely.
And I asked him, why do you think that is? He said, because we like quality. Right? He said, because as Africans, we like quality. I found that interesting. I said, you've never heard of Enda. Why do you assume it's not a quality product?
Indeed.
He said, well, it's African.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very profound.
Indeed, because I know he's not the only one.
Absolutely.
Who feels that way. In fact, I'm
Absolutely.
sure everyone listening probably was following the same thought pattern.
You know, it's fascinating. You should start from there, because one of the interesting definition of a brand is a collection of perceptions. A collection of perceptions. And that's profound to the extent that it means I don't need to physically interact with that product or service. Once I hear it won't work, I hear it won't work, I believe it won't work. I'm not saying that that's the only definition of a brand, but I'm trying to piggyback off the argument about, oh, it's African, so it won't work. So here's the philosophical question. You see, when you talk about branding, it happens at several levels. You can have Brand Africa. And it's interesting, there is by the way, there was a totally cool guy. You know, he just got an honorary doctorate from University of Johannesburg.
Yeah.
And I was with him in Joburg recently. We honored Sir John Carney, the famous thespian, who is a colossal African brand. I mean, he's one of the biggest African brand exports to the world. Anytime I see the man, I'm totally enamored. So he has been knighted by the British Empire. So we had a dinner in Signature in Joburg with the Vice Chancellor of the University of Johannesburg. And I was just sitting in the dinner and wondering, what if we had 500 Sir John Carneys? Because that alone amplifies Brand Africa. So I think even at a continental level, we haven't figured out this Brand Africa thing properly. This Africa Continental Free Trade thing, I keep asking, what is AU's plan for Brand Africa? And it's important because you have 52 to 54 countries representing Brand Africa. So if Brand Africa doesn't have a concerted brand direction, that cascades into country brand direction. That cascades into organizational brand direction. That cascades even into the personal brands of the entrepreneurs who run these firms. How we get branding right. So the frictures are different levels. So another thing to note is that brand building is expensive. It might not yield return tomorrow morning. But once you have a deliberate roadmap, the brand will be born, it will grow. But the reason why brands like Coca-Cola don't die is that even though they are 100 years old, there are ways of revitalizing the brand. So you may be 3 years old. I remember a big man of God came to preach some time ago, like 30 years ago, Maurice Cerullo. And he said he went to South America to preach somewhere. He met a small boy in the forest somewhere and asked the guy whether he knew Jesus Christ. The answer he got was, is he like Coca-Cola? And the point he was making was that this is a kid whose major point of reference in life is Coca-Cola. He said, is he like Coca-Cola? And he was using that on a Christian pulpit 30 years ago to say that, how does one brand attain such global relevance that in the forest of South America somewhere, a child who knows nothing is asking him whether Coca-Cola is Jesus Christ? So these brands that are preeminent today, the brand building effort started long ago. Question is, for the local brands we have, your Casa Precos and your Kantanka vehicles and so on and so forth, are we willing to make the requisite brand investments so that 10 years from now they'll be top 3 or top 17? Or are we going to maintain this short-term mentality about maybe make the sale, reach your target, give them pressure, make the sale? Listen, you just did a President LPM, right?
Yeah.
So I sent a WhatsApp to Elvis Brahman. I said, Elvis, Charlie, President, is it local? He said, oh, it's a global brand, but we produce in Ghana. He said, I can read the WhatsApp, the response to you right here. He said, it's a global brand, but we produce in Ghana.
I almost said that this is one of the Ghanaian brands.
Me too, I was going to say, but I'm a professor, so I can't be making mistakes at Joy FM. So I had to WhatsApp a check, bro. He said, oh, it's a global brand, but we produce in Ghana. It is what it is. So even he thought it's a Ghana brand. He said, no, it's a global brand, but we produce in Ghana. He confirmed by WhatsApp right now. So the thing is that branding matters. And brands that grow and attain market dominance, they yield a comfortable return to the investors, medium to long term.
Right.
But you need to make the investments now. I worked on Spacephone 23 years ago. It transitioned into Ariba. Today, it's MTN. MTN's market dominance today cannot be debated. But I was there when the investments were made 23 years ago. And the brand transitioned and transitioned and transitioned. Today, the investments are still being made. So that 30 years from now, it will still be number one when it comes to global recall. So the question we need to ask ourselves is, are we willing to make the investments, to make these brands relevant, to make them loved, to make them consumed, and to make them relevant? If we can answer that, we're on our way.
So first of all, the cost
Issue.
factor just cannot be glossed over.
Correct.
It's going to cost you money,
Correct.
and you won't yield your results today.
No.
But you are spending money on something that to some seems like knocking your head against a brick wall.
Absolutely.
Because you are trying to change a mentality that is so ingrained.
Absolutely.
How do we deal with that side of it? Because I mean, spending the money is one side. So how do we deal with the other side of the problem? Making people's minds open to the idea that African doesn't mean inferior.
So that was a very tricky question. Last year I spoke at the second African Marketers Confederation conference in Entebbe, and I was challenging marketers that, look, I took a bottle of Afro and I said, this is made in Ghana. We have to support it. And I held the picture and they took a photo of me. And I was saying that, listen, we need to, as marketers, learn to make the business case to our business owners for them to do the brand investments. If we don't build that awareness internally, it will be difficult to get the brand investment we need. Number two, a brand is a functional selling proposition and an emotional selling proposition. In Africa, sometimes we do make investments in the logos. We do the market activations. The customer experience is shambolic. So brand building is not just the logos and the thing. No. The service issues also matter. So holistic brand building is functional selling proposition and emotional selling proposition. When we get those two in a good balance, then we can build good brands. On the issue of Africans loving African brands, I think that we've tried. Ghana, over the last 10, 20 years, we've tried to run Made in Ghana campaigns. Ministry of Trade has done some. I know GIPC has done some. I know Export Promotion is doing some. But maybe it's time to reconcile these efforts into one single unified brand Ghana proposition so that we feel proud in new ways about what is Ghanaian. Once that awareness starts getting built, maybe we'll be breaking the barrier around if it's Ghana, it's not good, or if it's African, it's not good. So I think nation brand agencies have a role to play. And so specific duty bearers can build a new program to get us to come around to the fact that, I am a marketing scholar in Africa. When I started my academic journey, I never figured for once that foreign marketing scholars are better than me. It hasn't even occurred to me once since I was like, no. We have nuanced African marketing challenges, and the scholarship we produce is supposed to address those challenges on the continent. And we have the best solutions, given that we are context champions. And so I think we need that same mindset to permeate the private sector, to permeate the public sector, to permeate the not-for-profit sectors, so we can build a new consciousness about the fact that if it's African, it's good. I think one area that has done well are the churches. In fact, the churches, I think we should go and learn from them. Because if you say Winners Chapel, global behemoth, you take Lighthouse, global behemoth, ICGC, global behemoth, Action, global behemoth. So whilst we started with Catholic that was foreign, Methodist that was foreign, today we have counterparts, local brands that have gone to the world. So it looks as if we should go back to them and go and ask Reverend Otabo, this is your God year, and I see that how did you meticulously build a brand over 40 years to make it a global response to the Christian call? How did you do it at Action? How do you do it at Lighthouse? Maybe it's time to go to the church to learn brand building secrets, because somehow they've exported
Were
it.
they helped by the fact that the ground was already fertile? That we are naturally a very superstitious
and religious,
people,
yeah,
very religious. We tend to abrogate responsibility for our fate to higher powers,
some divine being.
So anybody who perpetuates that idea, we're happy to follow them. And we might even relate better to those who skew it to our natural. What's the word you use? Our natural context.
Correct.
Rather than some foreign Catholic, or
Correct.
Methodist, but the guy who makes it, who relates it to our culture.
Yes.
Who sounds when he's preaching more like the Kung Fu sounds when he's chanting.
Yes.
Then I can combine the two and relate to that better.
Exactly.
Than the Catholic priest in his white cassock.
There you go.
You see,
with incantations.
So is it that the ground was already fertile?
Okay.
Was that helpful for the churches?
Even if we grant the ground was fertile, your answer, your second submission is the answer. That they managed to relate to what you think was a fertile ground and came up with brand solutions that resonated. You see, branding is not about some highfalutin ideas. No, it's about what's the challenge? How do we configure a response? How do we make it relevant to key stakeholders? Africa's Silicon Valley, excellent proposition. So what is he doing? He's saying that we are going to build a tech ecosystem where we deliver master's, PhD, and undergrad courses to feed Africa's ICT human capital requirements. So what are we doing? We are configuring context-based programs to respond to Africa's tech challenge, and that's what we are trying to do. So by all means, MIT predates us. By all means, Harvard predates us. We will be 4 on August 13th, but we are not faced by the fact that we are young. What we understand is that there's an African problem, and we are configuring an African brand response. That's the way we need to think as Africans. It is what it is.
Yeah. Now, the fact that the ground is fertile, I suppose, is a given.
Correct.
Is a given. Anybody who creates a product is because they've identified a need.
Correct.
So if there's a need, there's fertile ground. But I find it interesting that the approach seems to be different for those who push global brands.
Yes.
To those who push African or even Ghanaian.
Yes, they have
brands.
a science that they follow.
Yeah, and I gave an example of how we've all been using sponge to bath.
Correct.
For God knows how many years.
Correct.
Then Louis Vuitton or some supermarket in the US takes a sponge and calls it some sort of exfoliating pad.
Absolutely. And it's £100.
Thank you.
And it's bought. Like,
And
you're happy to buy the £100 option.
Yes.
Well, there's a 50-cent option in Ghana. You don't like that one. You like the £100.
What is the difference here? Like,
the
why is
positioning.
one working better than the other?
It's what we call in branding, brand positioning. Positioning is the space you occupy in a consumer's mind relative to competitors who are fighting for the same consumer mind space. So it's also the positioning. But look, you take non-communicable disease. I've heard your testimony a couple of times about stuff, and I'm thinking, so I'm sure there are local drugs for some of these things. I'm sure they are, but trust me, people will still buy the branded product for what it's worth, because there's a sense that it's superior quality, it will deliver better. So we need a lot of work to better position what is African. It's part of the problem because you can have the best product on earth. If it's positioned wrong, nobody will buy it. You can't charge a premium for it. Nobody wants it. So we need to work on our positioning commitments, and I think that is what to move the issue along.
This conversation is only halfway through. Professor
Yes,
Bob Hinson is with us, and we're trying to understand our mentality towards African brands. It's interesting that the study actually determined that we still believe in the continent. We believe in the continent, but not in its products. Very strange.
Isn't that the paradox we're contending with?
Very, very strange.
It's a wild paradox.
Strange. Well, we're going to take some messages from our partners. When we come back, Prof. Hinson will continue with us on this journey to understand the African brand and why it still continues to falter. Stay with us.
It's 25 years of music excellence, 25 years of creating and celebrating legends. Join us as we celebrate a quarter century of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards Festival. Saturday, 1st June at the Grand Arena from 7 p.m. It's the ultimate night of music, fashion, and unforgettable performances. Performing live, Stoneboy, Kwame Eugene, King Promise, Mr. Drew, Nasir, Amarado, King Paluta, Afia, Amare, Team Eternity, and many more. Limited tickets available for 500 CDs premium and 700 CDs VIP. For VVIP seats, call 050-1288-520. The 25th Telecel Ghana Music Awards is powered by Charterhouse with support from TV3, Guinness, Captain Morgan, Close Up, British Council, Joy FM, and sponsored by
Telecel, connecting energies.
EMY Africa presents the EMY Africa Expo 2024 from the 14th to the 16th of June at the Accra International Conference Center. An exciting 3-day premium expo showcasing businesses, products, and services together with integrated consumer experiences and entertainment options. Prepare to encounter a weekend-long extravaganza that caters to every desire and necessity of the modern person, from sports to food, beverages to travel, automobiles to arts and culture, health to fashion, and everything in between. Booths are available for prospect vendors to showcase and sell their products and services. Take advantage of the ample opportunities for networking and business expansion. Visit emyafrica.com to register and secure your booth now. Call 020-201-8870. Email sales@emyafrica.com. The EMY Africa Expo, a premium marketplace.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts as Adansi Travels and Joy FM are about to take you on an adventure of a lifetime. Imagine yourself soaring high with your favorite drive time program in the heart of South Africa. Starting from the 3rd of June, join me, Lexus Bill, and the Drive Time team as we dive into the soul of South Africa. Starting at an exclusive promo rate of 1,000.
Let me tell you about My King. Always looking out for the family and making sure we have the protection we need. Mine has been caring for our family from generation to generation. Let me tell you, mine makes sure I smile always. Mine makes sure we save money.
Abba, these women are at it again. Is it your husband you are speaking so highly of?
Oh no, we are talking about the new Pepsodent 200 grams.
It's the Pepsodent Kokroko promo. This is the Pepsodent 175 grams you have always loved. Now with an additional 25 grams free for cavity protection and 10 times stronger teeth for your entire family. Grab yours now. This advert is FDA approved.
Introducing Lily Sunflower Oil, enriched with vitamin A and available in convenient sizes. Go to the nearest supermarket or neighborhood shop today to buy your half liter, 1 liter, 1.8 liter, 3 liter, and 5 liters of Lily Sunflower Oil. Lily Sunflower Oil, the chef's choice. Lily, tasty food, happy family.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hey,
Welcome back to work.
Charlie, thanks, bro. Thanks,
the
bro.
Malaria really knocked you down, eh?
Charlie, no joke. Hey. Fever, headache, vomiting, loss of appetite. I couldn't even eat my usual fufu.
You and fufu?
How we go do it?
I hope you got tested before the malaria treatment.
Oh, yes, I did. And thanks to Malatu, I kicked out malaria one time.
Sharp. Anyway, sorry to ruin your excitement, but your boss asked of you.
Okay.
She says she has plenty work for you.
No problem, Charlie. Strength day.
You see,
When malaria strikes, take Malatu, containing Artemether and lumefantrine. Comes in tablet and suspension for the effective treatment of malaria in adults and children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malatu is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
In your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
A 8:45 on the Super Morning Show. You're very welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. We've been talking to Professor Bob Hinson. I mean, he needs no introduction. He's a friend of our show. We're happy to have him every time, and we're glad he could make the time to join us this morning because the conversation is relevant. We're talking about brands in Africa, brands in Ghana, why we seem to be so enamored with global brands to the detriment of our own when we do have comparable brands on the continent. So that conversation, of course, has sparked other things, and as we're having it, George Quay stopped by.
The famous George
The
Quay.
famous,
That is
the
it.
legendary
That is it.
George
That is
Quay
it. That is it.
stopped by.
That is it.
Yes,
you forgot the most important part.
With the short. Now, I mean, this bears mentioning. I mean, George Quay and I happen to be serving on a subcommittee planning the Ugwafe to Afashe for 2024.
Oh, wow.
Yes, under the chairship of Madam Charlotte Osei. Yes, she saw us, she liked us, she picked us, and we are hoping to make everybody happy.
Okay,
in
she
September.
picked me because of the hype.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Are you sure it wasn't because of your stated misbehavior?
No.
Anyway.
So that's the festival.
Yes.
That leads out into the arts and the creative sector.
It is important.
Yes.
And it's already the biggest festival in Ghana in terms of footfall, and we are just trying to turn it into a global brand.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. So we're just harnessing strategies to do that, and so far it's been a great journey.
Okay.
George, of course, listening to our conversation, was moved to join us.
I remember because I mean it falls right within something we've been trying to push for a while now. You know, those of us in the creative space.
Yes.
And just before we came from the break, I was telling Prof that look, when you look across the Ghanaian space over the last 3 decades, all global visibility Ghana has had, it is not from politics. It is not from sports. In fact, if sports has brought us anything at all, a disgrace. It is not.
No, heartache. Heartache is better
than disgrace. Okay. It is not from science. It is not from tech. It is not from. It is from art. Even as recent as look at this Afronita lady and what they are doing at the British Got Talent show. Look, I was watching their latest video that qualified them to the finals.
Yeah.
And dude, I was in tears.
Yeah.
You know, it's beautiful. And it's not just about what they are doing on stage. It is about what they are wearing. It is about the Ghana flags flying across the auditorium.
That is it.
It is about the songs that we are picking, songs from Fuse ODG and all that. And if how else do you sell your country better?
Yes.
And for a country that has assets like these, and we have great, you know, cultural and art brands that we can push to the rest of the world to tell everybody who we are.
I agree.
And we've actually taken the A out of our educational system, making it STEM when it should be STEAM. Look, I was saying earlier that any political candidates who wants my vote and doesn't have that A in there, and they are all preaching STEAM, shift to the left. What the country needs. You don't know what this country needs.
You mean shift to the left or shift to the right? It means when
Say
you
shift.
Just say shift. Just shift is okay.
To the left. To the left.
Okay.
You know, when a Ghana woman wants to tell you get out of the way, you're talking rubbish. You know, this way. You know what I mean? So look, I think if we do not, and all this brand talk, all this your fashion, look, what you're wearing, it is total, it is art.
No,
Look,
I agree with you. I agree with you. Look,
you understand?
Last year I was jetting off to Uganda to speak at the African Marketing Confederation Conference, and Don Jasia just tweeted, and he had tweeted and said, see what Davido they do. It be big, but they stop. He still they market himself. They was telling Nigerians, make sure say, look, even if you are big, for market yourself. At the time I saw that tweet, it had like 2 million views. And Don Jazzy is like the grandpapa of all them young boys and girls. And the creative sector has tremendous potential for pushing brand Africa, for pushing country brands. I mean, look at P Squared from like maybe 10, 15 years ago. They were probably the biggest African music export from Africa. So I think that in reorganizing the brand for various country propositions, the creative sector needs special mention in terms of fashioning new brand pathways to make us relevant to the global audiences. Because I think if there's one thing the world can consume from us, it is creative artifacts.
Absolutely.
And it is what it is.
And the examples abound across the globe.
Plenty.
You know, when after the First World War, the Americans decided that they were the greatest country in the world.
Yes.
They put it through film.
Yes.
Through Hollywood.
They invented something called the American Dream. They said that everybody wants to have a wife, 2.5 children, and a dog, and a house with a white picket fence. They actually designed what the American Dream. It
sounds like you're talking about something.
It just means that everybody wants one of you in their family. you know. So they actually designed what that dream should look like.
Absolutely.
With detail. And then they started placing that product in every movie you watch.
And film is still the creative sector.
Music.
The creative sector, if you define it broadly, includes things like architecture, film, travel, tourism. It's a very wide space. And I think it has some of the most fertile avenues for really, really, really creating good brands. And whilst we're at it, just before you come with your question, I think that currently, these are travel and tourism people too. They have to be more systematic in their way. Anytime you invite me here for Customer Experience Week, Customer Service Month, some of the biggest corporates come from that sector. So I mean, I don't even know what to say, because branding is not just colors, it's also the experience. We did year of return, after the return, all those things have to do with experience as well. Experience is part of brand building. We need to watch that as we move forward.
I want to hear both of you on it, because even what you said just leads into that part of the conversation. In the past 4, let's call it 5 years, Ghana has had a wonderful opportunity. The year of return has put the spotlight on Ghana in the most amazing way.
Absolutely.
Today, if you pick your phone and you Google best destinations in the world, any list from any reputable source will have Ghana
in there somewhere.
It has become trendy to visit Ghana. But like Coca-Cola, Prof, and you gave that example earlier.
Absolutely.
They've been around for 100 years, but they find ways to reinvent themselves.
Absolutely.
That's why 100 years later, people still know Coca-Cola.
Absolutely.
When you are born, you immediately know that brand.
Absolutely.
So what should Ghana be doing? Now that this opportunity has come along and we're 5 years in, what should Ghana be doing to keep the brand fresh?
Kojo, as a country, I think there's a problem we have. And people may not agree with me, but I've always said that one of our biggest problems is this kind of democracy that we practice. Imagine if it were Ghana that decided to advertise. Imagine if it were Ghana that decided to say, advertise on a Swansea jersey. Visit Ghana on a Swansea jersey. The first thing we'll do is opposition party will first go and dig into it, look for some documents, see how much we spend, come on radio, and then blah blah blah. How? At the time when we don't have schools, people are sitting under trees. You've gone to give all our money to Swansea City, a team that is integral. Blah 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 blah.
Come on, Swansea.
You understand me? But Rwanda did it. Visit Rwanda on no ordinary team's jersey. Do you have any idea how much Rwanda had to pay for that?
Sorry to cut you. I'll let you continue, but I was actually working in Kigali at the time when there were vigorous debates about and the Rwandans themselves agreed that it was an excellent investment. Let's move on. And we moved on. I was in the middle of there were radio discussions. They realized that it was a master stroke.
Yes.
And I think they'll reap the benefits for the next
whatever
years. Please continue. I'm sorry, sir.
See, Rwanda is not the kind of democracy we practice here is not the same that's in Rwanda. We can all agree to that. I mean, the political experts can educate me, but I don't think it's same.
No, it's
you
not.
understand? So you need somebody who can stand there and say, look, we're going this way, we're going this direction, because certain things take time. Was it you who mentioned that when Nkrumah wanted to build the Akosombo Dam, everybody thought it was crazy?
Yeah, I said it yesterday.
Exactly. Everybody thought he was crazy at the time. You understand? Look, I have always held a different opinion about the National Cathedral, for instance. I've had problems with where it was being put in the first place. I thought, take it somewhere else. Let's get people to visit somewhere else. What is religious tourism? Don't we have people travel to a certain country every year to walk around the stone? Don't we have people travel every year to go wash their feet in some water? I mean, that is religious tourism. You understand? So it is positioning. But we've done it in such a way that sometimes you want to push a certain kind of agenda and all you keep getting is opposition. So we do not progress. Watch CNN. One of the countries that advertises the most is a country that does not need to advertise. Dubai. They're almost always there. Why? They have one of the best airlines in the world, the Emirates. They're always advertising it anyway. Always advertising whatever it is. If they even advertise, they have separate kinds of adverts for economy class, different adverts for premium economy, different adverts for business class, different adverts.
Sorry to cut you again. It's not just the classes of the seating.
Yeah.
It is the ambassadors they use.
Exactly.
These are multi-million-dollar people who are probably getting $10 million a pop for every ad. It is what it is.
Yes.
They have no. That's why I said branding. It doesn't give you return tomorrow evening.
No.
It's long, consistent investment, and then you reap for the long term. So people who don't have a long-term mindset, they don't do well with branding.
So maybe that's the problem you are identifying.
That is the problem.
That our politics stops long-term thinking.
Yes.
So recently we went to launch something called the 40-year development plan. That is the third development plan I have seen launched since I came home in 2014.
Vision 2020.
Yes, there was that.
Well, 2024.
Indeed.
I don't know where the vision
passed. There was a 40-year plan by the NDC. Then these ones came along and said, no, we changed it to 7 years. Then they changed it to 4 years. And now we're going back to 40 years. So we already have a system that doesn't think long-term.
No.
How can branding ever become a priority in such a system?
And beyond that, when you bring it even to the local entrepreneur, look, Kojo, we have issues. I don't know if the issue is capital or investment or whatever it is.
Or a
mindset. Let us call a local manufacturer today, maybe a shirt manufacturer, shoe, bag, whatever manufacturer, and say, I need 200 by Monday. Which company will be able to supply? Which, let's name one. I am daring. Name one that can supply 200 of whatever it is that you do. 200. I need 200 pieces by Monday. Call Nike and tell them you need 200
hold on. Not just the 200 pieces, but to a particular specification. Not it's not bad, but it's like what you ordered. No, not that kind of talk.
You're right. You understand? So maybe that is one aspect. And then again, the concept of visibility, advertising.
It is what it is.
Currently, we're doing a lot of theater. Theater needs costume, props, and stuff. Look, for this new play that we're doing, The Legend of Akusika, which opens tomorrow, it's a royal setting, a palace and all that. And there are shops. When you drive around Usu, you go to the art center, there are all these shops that have things that we need.
Yes.
We've gone to these people. I don't need them. I just want to use them for my play.
Indeed.
In return, I'm guaranteeing you at least 8,000 people who see this play at the National Theatre over the next 2 weekends. I can give you a place at the National Theatre foyer to set up.
Absolutely.
And sell some of your other stuff. If nothing at all, share your flyers.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, no. Some I'm even willing to rent and pay. No. So then they force you to buy it. You use it for the play, and then you
don't need it.
You don't need it for anything because every play needs to look different and all that.
Absolutely.
So one, they don't even get the advertising part of it. They don't even know how to grab opportunity. Everybody is thinking revenue.
That's it.
At every point, they think no. Every opportunity has to be money.
Didn't I say that at the beginning? Everybody's thinking only revenue.
Everybody is thinking. No. Charlie, we sell them. What does he mean? What? So tell me that. Okay, I'll give it to you. But if it breaks, if this part then we have a conversation. We have an agreement.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So for me, I think these are some of the key elements, and then also could you trust? Look, if you've given your a shirt to your tailor to deliver by Christmas, Winston shared a story sometime back. You understand? And a lot of these are local folk also have trust issues. They do not deliver, or they do not deliver to the specification like you rightly mentioned.
Yes,
so trust is key.
Yes,
and then I don't know, you're the expert. Maybe what do we call this? Market expansion or labor extension? A lot of these brands that you mentioned, Nike, Adidas, Reebok, you name it, a lot of them don't manufacture in their
in their home of origin.
In their homes of origin.
Thailand, they do Bangkok.
China, Bangkok, where there is ready, cheap labor.
Absolutely. Those are supply chain issues. Yeah, those are supply chain issues.
Where there's ready, cheap. So all they need is somebody who's going to monitor the quality. You understand? And even beyond that, they have different grades. You know, if you go to China and you tell them you want this water bottle, and they tell you it is $20, and you tell them I have $2, they'll tell you, yeah, we can do $2 version for you.
Yeah.
They'll meet you at your point.
Yes. And that is how you're thinking entrepreneurial. I would just make sure you don't take that money away. Are people thinking that way?
But you see, all the things you say is because people understand things like brand design, brand architecture. You know, I keep on, you know, because I'm an academic, anytime I come to town, I'm careful not to sound too book-longish. But there are some things that if you don't apply theory, you'll never get good results. I don't care who you are. So you need to have a clear sense of what's the brand architecture, what's the brand design, what are route to market issues, what does supply chain say? Because you see, if you don't get the supply chain issues right, say, with all due respect, you keep compromising customers at the brand interface. And brands that keep compromising customers develop trust issues. Brands that have trust issues would never flourish. They will never flourish. I don't care what iteration the brand manifesting. Service brand, product brand. I was going to say political brand, but it's not a good time to say political brand.
I will say it for you.
It is important.
It is important. Let me jump to country brand and then go to nation. Yeah, I'll just say that at this, brands that consistently compromise customers on service delivery would never become resilient and will feed into the idea that if it's African, it's no good. That's what that one I can't explain it, but that's what it is.
Let's talk about this organization, Brand Africa, founded by Tebe Kalafe.
Yes.
That did this work.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
This work in itself is important. I mean, without it, we wouldn't have had the insight that led to this conversation.
Yes.
How important is it for a brand Ghana, if you will, to exist, so that we also keep an eye on our brands, rank them in terms of their performance, and give them a target?
So you know what's explosive, man? This is like the coolest question so far, because last week I got a call from AG. And they said they want to set up a new brand council. They want to make me Chairman Bob.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to become chairman soon. And as part of my chairmanship, I'm supposed to put together a team that's going to start doing this sort of thing. So we'll now start announcing brand of the month. So I'm very excited about my new chairmanship that's coming. So that will be a step one in our bid to now start evaluating brand performance, brand resonance, brand visibility, and I think that's an important first step. But I think ultimately we should get to where you're asking, which is have a global template that announces maybe annually the most desired brands, and the methodologies must be clear. There must not be a sense of, these people, they go pay away, they give them that. What I'm not saying it. I hear other people saying those things. I'm not saying that. I'm not the one saying that. No, I'm just saying that, because I'm a professor, I hear things. So I'm saying that if we are going to start aspiring for this kind of brand discipline, you need to have a...
We can't do it the way we've been doing it.
Like the way the people have been saying that they do it. It's not, I don't know anything.
Prof is trying to sound something like the gospel people and the TGMs, but we are not saying that, but it's okay. Let's move forward.
I'm not saying that yet. So I'll just say that we need some clarity. And I'm hoping that this new initiative by the AG will lead ultimately to a system where we can announce yearly brand performances along these lines. So whilst I'm here, maybe Mr. Andraka is my friend, so maybe he's also listening. So I'll tell him that we should take this assignment to the next level, where we can have these sorts of announcements yearly. Then people can look at how well they are doing, why they fail, and then work that into improving brand resonance, and then we can take it for. You see, brands that do well always yield a return eventually. Even if it's not short term, long term, you get return. And brand resonance is not just money sometimes. Even brand affinities, brand love, brand connections. When somebody is excited about your brand, they recommend it easily.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest benefits of having a good brand that is loved. Customer referrals are rife, and then the brand grows. So please, we have to think about these things. And maybe Joy can be a partner in this scheme to sort of work together to build a coalition of partners who will now start building brand league tables so we can all aspire for brand excellence.
You know, it's wonderful. By the wonderful coincidence that brought the two of you here, I realize we have an opportunity to teach something. Okay, so I mean, George, I'll start with you. You started off by building your personal brand. So it was your talent first that brought you onto the spotlight. Everybody got to know you.
Personal brand.
That's right.
It is important. If you have to make a short and add, man, then make a short presidential.
It is what it is. Yes, short it's an SPB. Yes. It's an SPB. Short presidential brand.
You know, so that's how it all started for you. You know, it was a personal brand that you put out there. Then you realized, okay, I have a love for this sort of thing. Live events are my thing. Then you went into that. You developed your abilities, and then of course developed your brand, because it became it wasn't just Charterhouse is doing this. It was George Quay is in charge of this Charterhouse project, right? And then you took that expertise and the reputation you built for yourself over time. You started Image Bureau, and with Image Bureau we see what you're doing. Every time there's a production, Image Bureau is all over it. You can't buy a ticket unless you go to Image Bureau's website to buy it. You know, you are doing certain things that show that you are following principles, strategies. So before we leave, I want the two of you to take this opportunity to teach those who are listening and thinking, you know what, this is what I want to do with my business. I want my business to end up on this list.
Yes, please.
So tell them your personal experience of how to do it.
Okay.
Could let me say good morning to my boss, forever boss, Yola. You are the CEO of Charterhouse.
The famous Teresa.
Yes, and Teresa and Mr. Philippa. I recall, if I were still at Charterhouse, I know something would have been said by now. Planning the TGMAs for tomorrow, I know Yola would say something like, okay, after we've done all the presentations, you say, okay, so this is the show we are having. Then the second show, George Quay, you always have an event in an event. Said you run around the whole place. This time, please don't run. Slow down. Sit down. Use your communicator. Use your talk back. But I didn't even realize that was what I was doing. But you're right. Yes, you needed to put your name on the event. You needed to have your signature on that event. It was the only way you could grow your personal brand. Take opportunity of all the advantages. I keep telling people, if you want to build a brand, take it as though you've just met the finest girl in your life. You are head over heels in love. What would you do to make sure that you are the only man that girl is focusing on? That is what the kind of relationship you should have with your brand, or whatever it is you want to nurture and grow. That love, until that love is broken, and if you nurture and grow it well, that love is not. So if you would make sure that, oh, Charlie, she's at work, let me send her breakfast, let me send her lunch. That is what you should do with your brand.
Scriptures.
Exactly.
Amen. Hallelujah.
You understand? Send her scriptures or whatever it is, or whatever it is that
small voice note speaking.
Yes, or necessary.
Kadosh, baby. Kadosh.
It's you.
You can send prayers and stuff like that. Whatever it is you're going to do to make sure that this girl is head over heels in love with you. Because when you're building a brand, your target audience is that girl, and you need to make sure you do everything you can for them to fall in love with you. You recall last year, the gods are not to blame when we had to turn people away. We needed to instantly issue an apology. We needed to accept it, because once you accept it and you offer them solutions as to what you're doing to ensure it doesn't, then they begin to respect you. But if you don't, you ignore it. Oh yeah, come another time. Nope, you're taking them for granted. And the moment you begin to take them for granted, they start to walk away. It is just like love. If you don't pay attention to that girl and another man starts paying attention to her,
she's gone.
That is how you begin to lose her. So for me, branding and relationships, there's this there's a connection. If you're falling in love before,
actually,
you manage to nurture that love.
Are built on relationships.
Exactly.
That's what brands are built.
They are built on relationships. So you need to nurture that relationship. You need to believe in love. You need to do whatever it is you can. And that is why I will say again, like I said, for the gods are not to blame. If you come to the National Theatre this weekend and you are not blown away, demand a refund.
Love it. That's a brand promise right there. Yeah. Who knew that the skills of a German would turn into such a profitable
like
who knew?
See where you take the matter
Prof, I'll leave the last word to you. We have a minute to wrap it up.
Yes, that's a brand right there. Yes.
I have love for sports.
It is what it is.
Talking about sports, let's say good morning to Yelsechi, and they are doing something good with the basketball thing. So.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Prof,
So
I'll give you the last.
Yes, Rwanda too has the Kigali Arena. They did some
Yes.
basketball stuff.
Yes.
I mean, that stint in Rwanda was so profound because I got the sense every morning I woke up that Kagame understands branding. Every time the reason why it was so profound for me was that Rwanda is not like the biggest country in the world, but at every move, look, do you know Rwanda? Every week they have a cabinet meeting. They publish all the key things for us to read. It's so profound. So there's like a publication. So I know what happened in cabinet every week. These ones we appointed, and I found it so profound. It's as if it was a deliberate attempt at every customer touch point to let you know that we are special. We had a difficult past, but we are the biggest proposition in Africa. Come, be with us. I mean, so I used to run around the convention center because my university was close to it, and anytime I run in the morning, like you see the street discipline, and there's something called car free day. So every Saturday there's a health walk, and the man is leading, his wife is leading. There was a sense of organization that was so profound, and I got the sense that organization was needed for the brand proposition to be made. What's the point of putting your logo on the Arsenal jersey if people come and they have shambolic experiences? It was so profound, and I just got the sense that the country is organized. I mean, the country is organized. So I think that for branding to be successful, the first thing you need to do at every level is a critical introspection. Where am I now, man? Like, what do I want to do with myself? And who do I want to speak to? Who do I want to appeal to? And if I enter a relationship with them, what will be the give and the takes? How do we create an effective symbiosis? Because brands that deliver value are the brands that thrive. So whether it's country propositions, organizational propositions, or personal brand propositions, the critical thing to ask yourself is, who do I want to speak to? What value can I deliver to them? What makes me unique? What gives me the ability to deliver in a way that competitor brands cannot deliver at? Then we are on to a brand thing. So if we can think through those things, I think that Africa would rise and will live up to our true brand promise. I think Africa is like a sleeping giant. I think there's so much going for us. If we can package it appropriately, position it appropriately, Africa will explode. It is my passionate confession.
You guys don't know how lucky you are. Like that's Prof Bob Hinson and George Quay have made the time to come and share their perspectives on this all important conversation. Now listen, go forth and make your brand amazing.
Amen.
I want to say a big thank you one more time.
I didn't even want to start about Jesus as a brand. That would take like 10 hours because I can go into the Bible and show you why branding matters over there as well. But
goodness,
bring me another time.
That will be next Sunday's sermon.
That's very important.
Oh, fantastic! I like it. That will be next Sunday's sermon, bro. I promise you.
Another time. Yeah.
Prof Bob Hinson and George Quay, everyone. And by the way, make sure you catch the Legend of Aku Shika.
Shika is Ga.
This one is Aku Sika.
Is Akan. Oh, the Legend of Aku Sika.
Aku Sika,
the one written by Professor Martin Owusu. The legendary Professor Martin Owusu.
It's a Fanspim trained Martin Owusu.
Yes, the Mumba trained.
Very important.
Some people to my left are not happy about it.
Well, it's okay. I don't mind being around them.
I think.
Oh, that's good.
I understand you. Nobody's perfect. Anyway. George, how can we get tickets?
Yes, like you rightly said earlier on, you can get tickets by visiting our website www.imagebureaugh.com, or you can also use our USSD code, dial *714*11*21# and you can come see this epic production. And we are doing it to honor Prof. Osu, and he's an octogenarian and he's still lecturing. You know, he's still at the University of Ghana. And if you've ever been in his class before, you would understand. Look, go to Facebook. Look,
and his passion is still there.
His passion is still there.
When you hear him speak, you get a sense he still loves what he does.
I keep saying that the first time I watched the movie Troy, I felt like I was sitting in a Prof. Martin Osu class because he had lectured about it and he had told us the story, the phase that launched 1,000 ships, Agamemnon and all those people.
Absolutely.
And watching the movie, it was as if the man watched the movie before they even wrote the script. I mean, it was spot on, step by step by step. And for me, he's one of the best lecturers I've ever encountered in my life. And he's going to be there. This is one of his works. And of course, you know, when Image Bureau and April Communications and the National Theatre collaborate, we don't just do what you've written. We bring our own flair to it. So we've altered it a bit. We've added a few new scenes, changed a few scenes here and there.
That's the vavavoom.
Exactly. But it's all to honor the legendary Professor Martin Osu. So be with us this weekend at the National Theatre, 4 p.m., 8 p.m. We start on time.
Yes, of course.
That's also another brand promise.
Yes.
And then the following week as well, it runs again on 8th and 9th of June. Same place, same time, 4 p.m., 8 p.m.
Wonderful.
I'll say again, if you come and like the gods are not to blame, you are not blown away, demand a refund.
Simple mathematics.
You saw the gods, could you? So yes, I mean, sure they.
As for me,
see the gods are not
my
to blame.
expectations are very high now because the gods was fantastic.
Thank
But
you.
I know you've upped the ante, so I'm looking forward to it. George Quay, Prof. Hinson, thank you both so much.
Thank you.
All right, well, if you're loving it, then you have no reason to go anywhere. We'll be back in a few more minutes with more. Theatre. And, well, it's just about right that they do it again with the legend of Aku Sika, which is in honor of the writer Professor Martin Owusu. And of course, you can get a ticket now to come and watch Maoli Semevo, Andrew Tando Adote, Edina Matachi, Elvis Crystal, Anora Samoa Bedu, and of course, for the first time on stage, Adoma. Now, I know I'm not supposed to do any spoilers or anything, but Charlie, there are some new effects.
Allah.
Come and watch.
Allah.
Come and watch. All right.
Have you seen it?
Eh?
Have you seen it?
He has shown me some preview. Wait to watch him.
Raymond, we have a seat with your
privilege access.
Yes, we have a seat with your name on it.
That is all I was
I'm hoping that the seat will be reserved. Now that you are giving privilege access to other people, it might be
as
like
for your seat there, I don't have
it has your name on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to be one of the few people to watch it first. And now that you are even shown things to Koje and saying, I'm beginning to get worried
but
about
I still haven't watched it.
Yes.
I still haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I've only seen some.
But you have scoop. Wow.
I've only seen
he has
some
just seen
ketchup.
a few things. You know, I think we were clearing something from the port for this.
I just
we happened to be in another meeting.
Plans of putting that guy in the thing. I would not come. Koje and say is in the
I'm
play.
not in it.
No, he's not in the play.
For the avoidance of doubt.
I know that's not baby is in the play though.
Yes.
Why?
I want to see.
Don't denigrate.
I choose the people I want to watch.
Don't denigrate my brand.
With respect.
All right. So it's happening first for the first time tomorrow, and then again on the Sunday, which is the 2nd. Then the following weekend, Saturday the 8th and Sunday the 9th of June, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each night, and it's at the National Theatre. 2 ways to get tickets: imagebureaugh.com. Just go there, or dial star 714 star 11 star 21 hash. Okay, 200 Ghana cedis will get you a ticket for the legend of Aku Sika. It's supported by the Ghana Tourism Authority, Knee Plants Car Rentals, MGL Logistics, Joy FM, Hits FM, Joy Prime, Daily Guide, Graphic Communications Group, and it's proudly brought to you by Stanbic Bank, Telecel, and the National Lottery Authority. The legend of Aku Sika. Theatre does not get better than this.
Now say goodbye to memorizing 1,001 short codes. Experience a complete one-click access to all MTN services with my MTN app. You can now check your airtime, data, and Momo balance, buy bundles with airtime or from your Momo wallet, monitor your data usage and calls made, access your MTN Momo account, and so much more, all with the My MTN app. Download My MTN app from the App Store or Google Play Store today and experience a super convenient way to do the things you love to do on your favorite network, MTN. So, what are we doing today?
All right. Well, one thing we are definitely doing today is visiting kingdomstoreonline.com to pick up the very best quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery from Kingdom Books. Now, you can pay via Momo across all networks for whatever you buy, and they will deliver for free if you live in Accra and Tema. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
But you know, George has been up and down throughout the year, right? So we should give him some place to escape to. I am recommending to you Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, Joppa, Dubai. You have seen the rest, and now it's time to see the best. You need to take a break from work, okay, and take a break from the pressure cooker we call the south of this country. Now the Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, that's Joppa, Dubai, is a place to relax, you rewind, and you get re-energized. It is away from the stress of the south. Now this is what awaits you: unforgettable safari experience. There's a very dangerous, it's called a baboon. Yes, it has a wife but likes chasing people, everything in skirt or anything that looks like a woman too. If you want to experience
the baboon likes to chase women.
Yes, a lot. If you don't take care, it will attack you for having a woman close by.
Oh wow.
Yes. Yeah, you can ask my Harvey. Anyway. I also enjoy the water sports such as jet skiing, boats, or canoe rides. There's also various family games to keep you and families excited every day. I know I've been saying this, but this is the only place you go to that are guaranteed an entire regional tour of the very best places in the Upper West region: Mushroom Rock, Slave Capes, and you may not necessarily need your Ghana card to transit, but you may be able to enter Burkina Faso. By just going to
we crossed over into Burkina.
By just going to Joppa, Dubai.
Meters across the
so it's
water.
why you said, right?
No, it's in Joppa.
Joppa. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You may not be able to walk Yes, but it's a short distance. And the wonderful thing with Japa Dubai is that they come and pick you up nicely. Yeah. Give you a nice ride straight to the place and you will enjoy.
I may check it out next Friday, because next Friday, wow.
Oh,
we are back on Saturday to continue the play. So maybe when I get to
just a day or two may not be enough to experience the entirety.
No, I just want to meet Kiki.
It's a very powerful one.
I want to meet Kiki. I have a feeling he may be just like somebody I know. I want to see the face.
Yes. I am inclined to think I know the person too. Now, escape from the south. Escape to the north. My brother Koji Hansen. You need to also. They saying dry bones? No, I have no such thing in mind. Escape to Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, Japa Dubai, for an unforgettable safari experience. Please call these numbers now: 0501 694 280 or 024 8844 463 to make sure that you do your reservations and enquiries now.
Okay, all right. We got lots and lots of messages about our conversation on brands, by the way. I'll read this one. It says, American films often project patriotism and American brands. However, how many African films project patriotism and their country brands? Too many African films are about some juju and mother-in-law issues.
At least they are moving away from those ones, or are they not?
They are gradually.
I think that
the Nigerian Film Authority recently banned money rituals in their movies.
Brilliant.
So, yes.
It is, in fact, some of us conclude that, for example, Freemasonry has suffered heavily from some of these movies and its depictions.
Look like it's devilish.
Unrelated stuff completely.
Totally,
There's a man I respect very much in my family who says that you cannot marry a woman who spent her time watching these movies. Yeah, clearly. It affects the brain negatively.
It is.
Everything is witchcraft to our people.
Everything is witchcraft.
Everything is witchcraft. The way they put it from the beginning to the end. Anyway.
Meanwhile, there are many interesting stories we can tell to sell who we are.
Brilliant.
So many interesting. They should just hold on. Image Brand April Communications will venture into the film space soon.
Kojiansi has been promising to do Who Killed the Judges as a movie for a very long time. He has not delivered even a single script.
Actually, it's something. It's something that we have to go into. Another biopic I want to be involved with is the Nkrumah story.
Brilliant.
I mean, people don't realize how dramatic that story is.
You've gone too far. One of the finest stories anybody can tell is June 4th. Just that day.
Oh my God, that's an action movie.
Right. Beautiful.
That's an action movie right there.
Just June 4th. Yeah. Just give it that title. June 4th. That's it.
Look, so the Rawlings biopic. The Nkrumah biopic, I'm there.
The Rollins biopic alone, you can tell about 10 different stories.
Yeah,
that's true.
And they will all be very exciting and very educational.
Let's talk about our nation. Let's talk about our country. Raymond, you reminded us that
today in history.
Yes, 13 years ago.
Yes.
What happened?
Now, the government of Ghana directed all state institutions to adopt local cuisine only at all state functions. So at all state banquets, whatever thing is related to the state, you can only serve Ghanaian food.
So why is it that they are serving creme brulee and braised?
This is 30 years ago.
Things
along the line, somebody changed their mind. It became a suggestion. This was. Let's not forget. Before that, this Friday wear business,
President Kufuor, we owe it to him.
I mean, it was not made like a huge law or something. It's started on a small note. But why were we able to still keep up with Friday wear and we couldn't maintain the part of eating our own food? This was for state institutions alone, not for everybody like the Friday wear was.
Let me tell you why I think the Friday wear thing worked. Naturally or mentally, as a people, we see Friday as a wind down, not as serious a day as the rest. So when we're told, Friday, wear something African, it even 7:30, I can leave the office at 2. 2 p.m.
No,
you understand?
For some public servants,
11:30 to 12. So back in the day, some people would now have to come with their funeral outfit and all that, keep it in the bag when it's time to go. But now you can wear your funeral outfit, Friday wear, so they can come in and then me Ayala Johnson or something, and all that. So the Friday one was easier because we wanted it already.
That's true.
You understand? And the African thing and all that, like you said, it made it look a bit less serious. It made the day a lot easier for us.
So the fundamental thought here is that we think our own stuff is not serious.
Yeah.
That's what we think.
For certain days.
That's the reason why I keep getting criticized since I stopped wearing suits to work.
Yeah.
Because the critic thinks that this is not serious.
enough.
And one of them I know, very close by. Very
not far away.
Yes,
not
yes,
far
yes,
away.
yes, 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 yes.
They think that this is not serious. You see, and you know it's funny, it's amusing. Komla Dumont never wore suits to work. He would wear shirt and trousers. Same for Kojo Opon Nkrumah.
Predominantly.
I am the one who started wearing suits, and somehow it became a cage that I'm forced to live in. Now, if I decide to wear something else, no, then what?
But Coach, I don't understand. No one complain about the suits. It's always wearing fugu.
Imagine. So he himself now he's acknowledging that he doesn't take his clothing serious.
But in all honesty, it's gotten better. Now people are wearing a lot more Ghanaian outfits and all that on weekdays, on Mondays. A lot of and you see all these. It's an agenda. You need to make it deliberate. You need to make it. I was with Reverend Albert Okran the other day. I was on his show, and I was saying that look, you can get every young person in this country to want to go into agriculture if you make it look cool.
Yeah.
Once you make things look cool, people would get to accept it. You understand? So, should we perhaps start from Parliament? Should we perhaps make it a law that look, no parliamentarian should wear a suit and tie anymore, because that is that perception in here that that is what makes you look serious. Should we insist that look, all parliamentarians should wear? And you know what it's going to do to our economy?
When the speaker himself
wearing
traditional outfits?
Yes.
I mean, get the reaction. Some people were amazed. They say, "But what is he doing?" and sometimes they say, "No. They don't understand why the man is wearing nothing." But I think now we've gotten used to it now. So the expectation that we will see him in that gown is very, very low. In fact, you're expecting that every other time he'll surprise you for any color of the country and bring you something up and have a nice design. Yeah. You know, it's interesting when you want to shut the people down and honorable, then the Kente is also restraining him small. Then you have to go up the honorable.
And you know, Nigerian politicians wear a lot of their thing. Their kaftans and all that, you know.
And it became that symbol that you see Nigerians everywhere. Yeah. Kojo, in one of those akwesi there, you see how everybody is wearing one kente or the other. Yeah. And it's ceremonial.
Yes.
But you see how some of these chiefs have made it their duty that wherever you invite them, you should only expect them in their cloth.
Exactly.
Nothing else, nothing more.
Exactly.
No matter who you are, wherever they are.
Yeah.
The white people were amazed when they saw on the streets of Manhattan or so the Asante retinue that was going to do the delivery.
Yes.
They were so shocked. They said, where are these people from? Where are they
there's this Ghanaian American footballer who has been, I've forgotten his name. And he
I only got to know of him.
What was his name? It escapes me.
You see how we know the person, but we may not even care about his name.
Yeah.
But we recognize what he did.
Yes. Look at when the Black Stars appeared in, was it Qatar? In those fugu wears and all that. Yeah. Somebody was like, is this Sami Odami's brothers have arrived?
Yes.
There is nothing
many
more
say we want a fashion, what they call a contest.
There is nothing more self-affirming than taking your own product and holding it up to the world and saying, this is the best. This is who we are. I mean, you will never go to the Emirates and not see Emiratis dressed in their traditional. I mean, that's how they are even differentiating themselves from everyone else.
Yep.
If you are their guest, mindful of the fact that you may not be able to know what you wear, they will send you the clothes.
Yes.
They will send it to you and dictate to you.
Yeah.
You see, you are wearing this for the dinner, for this and for that.
Absolutely.
They'll send it to you the night before. You'll be shocked.
Yeah.
But will you do that as a Ghanaian if you don't have the supreme confidence that the thing you are sending to the person is the best?
Oh, that's also interesting.
If you don't have that confidence, will you do it?
But Kojo, how will it become the best? And that's another problem we have here. That is why I keep insisting that perhaps it should come from those that are leading us. Leadership by example. Because if they create a market for it, if they make it look cool, and then we have more tailors coming up, we have more seamstresses coming up and all that, competition will be created. Once there is competition will trigger quality. And then the multiply effect, and then it will start going round. But then again, for instance, if you travel outside, all these football teams in the UK and other places, they do not pay for kits. The kit companies actually pay them to wear their stuff.
Precisely.
Why? And that is one thing that our brands in Ghana also fail to do. I'm hoping, for instance, look, we're doing this play. It's big. We've advertised it everywhere. Imagine if a fashion brand or a company said, look, we do these outfits. I know you're going to have costume. Can we be the ones to take charge of it? Can we do the costumes for you? And then after, we just give us a mention, whatever. And it's a big deal.
Of course.
But the Ghanaian entrepreneur does not understand this.
No.
They want you
to approach
do sales and pay Somebody is in this country manufacturing vehicles, and there's a vehicle brand. And there are so many conferences that happen. If you go to the conference center, the number of conferences that have happened, and all these conferences hire vehicles. They rent vehicles. Yes. So why wouldn't you approach them and say, look, I have vehicles. After all, you've not dashed them. Yeah. When you have a conference and all that, come for my vehicles. Go and use them. I'll even add a driver. I'll pay the driver myself. Just fuel them and use them. After, bring them back. Do you know what you're doing for your brand?
But if the CEO is driving a Range Rover, when will he start thinking about promoting his own brand? When will he start thinking about that?
As for the fufu, the local dish, I remember
somebody just sent me this one, and so Kwabena Apiajima sent me this one. He says, "Do you know that pork was a forbidden meat in Ghana?
Yes.
Until there was a pork show at the Trade Fair Center in the 80s or so.
Yep.
Suddenly it became meat for functions, joints, and boys get together. Then we transitioned. It was almost like something we didn't want until that incident happened.
They made it cool.
Yes.
So my dad and his friends, I mean, that's where I heard the term pork show.
Pork show.
They took it from that event.
Yes.
And they started doing pork show. Between them, my dad had only like 3 friends on campus, so the 3 professors they'll come together and kill a pig, and then that became pork show. You know, and so the brand recognition that came from the thing looking cool.
Yep. Coach, I mean, just imagine if all parliamentarians consistently, Monday to Friday, it's an African print. Imagine the market that's going to be created for these people.
And we're in those designs.
And you know, imagine the market that will. So you want to differentiate them as parliamentarian. You can do a crest or a badge or something that shows that this man is, or something. You can find something else to identify them, but let them appear African. Or better still, you want to take it to the next level, rep your constituency.
Do you know? Yes.
Zara Sultana in the UK says the only thing she can wear is from Coventry South.
Exactly.
That's the only thing she can wear.
Beautiful.
That's what she represents.
She'll be talking about something very serious, an advocacy she's doing, and then she'll say, by the way, this is from a local seamstress in whichever corner, and she'll mention them. I'm even confused. Why is she giving us some? But it is deliberate,
branding,
calculated, to make sure that no, this is only mine.
Yep.
Can I say something? You know, there are actually some instances in which our version is better. Our version is the best quality. But we still shun it for foreign brands. I'll give you one example. Cables. Electric cables. The best cables in this country are made in Ghana. But we are all importing. Like, shouts to Tropical Cables, by the way. Yes.
You know that the Standards Authority said 85% of the people, the ones we brought into the country,
were poor. Fake. But the 2 that were manufactured in Ghana were 100%. Tropical Cables, guys, we love you very much. We greet you. But look, there are other examples. Hair. Hair. Look, you know these dating websites, eHarmony and Tinder and all that. They tend to do these very groundbreaking studies. When you are joining, they let you fill a questionnaire, right? And they use that information to gather data on people around the world. So they can tell you the preferences of African men. They can tell you what American women like to have for dinner, right? So they did a study on the favorite hairstyles of African men.
That's right.
I'm not even going far. Let's just say African men. Number 1 was cornrow.
That's right.
Number 2 was sister locks.
That's right.
Permin didn't even come in.
No.
So you see this, the Indian people, their hair that we are buying in bales, but importing in tons. It is actually in the minds of the customer, of you, the woman, your customer, the man. It's in his mind, it's inferior. He doesn't even notice. But you are spending a fortune on it. And you know that hair, do you know how it's harvested?
I don't even consult the men before they actually buy. I don't know how many men will be willing to fund.
They just go and spend the money. They'll go and buy the hair. Then they'll come and expect us to love it. Look, do you know how they harvest that hair?
It's not from dead people.
Well, that's one side of it. But you know, especially with the Eastern religions, the Buddhists and so forth, they have this belief that bad luck is stored in your hair.
Wow.
So when you're having a cleansing ceremony to start your life afresh, they cut all your hair off. And they used to burn it because it's supposed to contain bad luck.
until somebody realized.
And then somebody realized, no, these Africans will buy. Yeah. They will buy our bad luck. So they started selling to us, and it's created an entire industry. Meanwhile, that's not what the customer wants. All right, let's wrap it up here, okay? Thank you, George. Thank you so much. Let's take a break. Let's take some messages. We're back on the show after these.
It's 25 years of music excellence, 25 years of creating and celebrating legends. Join us as we celebrate a quarter century of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards Festival. Saturday, 1st June at the Grand Arena from 7 p.m. It's the ultimate night of music, fashion, and unforgettable performances. Performing live, Stoneboy, Kwame Eugene, King Promise, Mr. Drew, Nasir, Amarado, King Paluta, Afia Amare, Team Eternity, and many more. Limited tickets available for 500 CDs premium and 700 CDs VIP. For VVIP seats, call 050-1288-520. The 25th Telecel Ghana Music Awards is powered by Charterhouse with support from TV3, Guinness, Captain Morgan, Close Up, British Council, Joy FM, and sponsored by
Telecel, connecting energies.
From the producers of The Gods Are Not to Blame comes another theatrical marvel.
A deformity. It's a deformity.
In honor of Professor Martin Owusu, dive deep into the heart of Ghanaian theater as Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and the National Theater, presents the legend of Akusika.
That's orphan who killed her mother and destroyed her own father.
Live at the National Theater on June 1st, 2nd, 8th, and 9th at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Tickets selling now at 200 cities only at imagebureaugh.com or dial *714*11*21#. The legend of Akusika, supported by the Ghana Tourism Authority, Knee Plans, Car Rentals, MGL Logistics, IPMC, Joy FM, and proudly brought to you by Stanbic Bank, Telecel, and the National Lottery Authority. The legend of Akusika.
It's here again. Your heroes, our heroes, the impact makers in our communities. For the finalist recognition and award, here is your verdict per your nomination. From the Eastern Regional town of Noka, we have Eunice Esiedua Ejepong for her impact on education and volunteerism. The people of Donkokrom, Afram Plains, and Salt Pond also nominated Dr. Kwame Sakwa Edu for his immense contribution to rural livelihood empowerment. We also have Reverend Sister Jacinta Ikwiakwachiwa Osei for her selflessness in sustaining and promoting community welfare in Achim Aprade, also in the Eastern region. Andrew Ejanim Boateng won the hearts of people in Sampa in the Buna region for his contribution to education and ICT. For women's empowerment and girl child education in Tamale, Rhoda Kadwa Wedam etches her name in the history of the northern region. In the Greater Accra region, we have Nicholas Kofi of Medina for education and social welfare. Gloria Ladi Adakrugu is hailed by the people of Inyinem in the eastern region for her outstanding care and passion for education among children of school-going age. Joseph Maujom receives loud applause also in the eastern region for providing safe water to deal, among others, with water, sanitation, and hygiene-related matters. And last but not least, we have Dr. Joel Dua Afi from Kukwom in the Asunafo district of the Ahafo region. Join us live on Joy News and Joy 99.7 FM as we celebrate these extraordinary individuals. Joy News Impact Makers Awards 2024 is brought to you by Magdan Foundation, Gold Key Properties Limited, DBS Industries, and First National Bank.
Dive into a new era of news consumption with myjoyonline.com, your go-to destination for cutting-edge journalism, giving you the most credible stories from business to politics and from sports to entertainment. Myjoyonline.com introduces an upgraded news website meticulously designed to empower you with an enriched browsing experience like never before. Experience the future of news browsing with myjoyonline.com.
action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine.
You're welcome back. It's just about 13 minutes to 10. Ray, I hope you're ready. Okay, so the biggest football night is here. The Hits FM Rep Your Jersey is on. The clock is ticking. The heat is getting intense. We're all going to enjoy the UEFA Champions League finale. But listen, which team is going to make the finals this year? Well, we know now. Right? We know now who's making it, but who's going to lift the ultimate trophy and seize the glory? Well, you need to wear your favorite club jersey and join us at the Aviation Social Center on Saturday, the 1st of June, that's tomorrow, for the 13th edition of the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey. It's on from 10 a.m. until you drop. There's going to be lots and lots of fun, excitement, entertainment, and activities. So they'll have a sports quiz, a five-a-side soccer e-game contest, and so much more with amazing prizes to be won. Okay, so the climax of football's greatest story is happening in style on the giant screen. So why don't you follow us on our social media platforms? The hashtag is Hits Rep Your Jersey 24. Okay, Hits is HITZ, Rep UR Jersey 24. Okay, the Hits FM Rep Your Jersey is supported by Joy Sports and Joy Prime TV. It's sponsored by Soccer Bet, your best bet for sports betting. Heineken, share the passion. National Petroleum Authority, Jama Soap, your partner for clean clothes, Syntex Tank, are you strong, are you tough, Franco Trading Enterprise, still Phone Papa Fie, Peugeot from Silver Star Auto, and Citizens Sports Mall. Well, luckily for us, Nana Kwame Labi is here from Hits FM to tell us all about the big event, Rep Your Jersey, and he's repping his Ghana jersey beautifully. Nana Kwame, this year seems to be bigger than before.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It's going to be bigger and better. I mean, we've done this 13 times. Wow. This Saturday's edition is going to be the 13th time. And as you all know, Hits FM, we always like to bring the fun, bring the heat, bring the energy to our events. And Hits FM Rep Your Jersey is going to be bigger and better this Saturday.
Exciting. Now, you're wearing your Ghana jersey. Does this mean that we can wear whichever team we support? It doesn't have to be like in the Champions League.
No, yeah. You can wear any team jersey. I'm a Chelsea fan, so but I might not even wear Chelsea jersey tomorrow. I might be wearing my West Ham jersey.
Man down.
Oh no!
Chelsea has lost a man.
No. I've worn too many Chelsea jerseys. I just want to change the style on Saturday. So I'll be wearing my West Ham.
Man City. Okay.
West Ham jersey. Yes.
Okay.
That's my little support for Ghanaian superstar Kudu. So let's just say.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. Raymond.
Yes. No. I mean, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I have the jersey, but I seem to have outgrown, especially my bed section. So I was advised not to put it on to avoid people like you body shaming me.
And the teams too, they don't wear kaftan. So
no I still have to put it on there. So I ordered the bigger one. The extra large now, which is currently my lot anyway. Wow. So I have to fit into the right one soon.
But it's such a nice atmosphere. Tell us about what happens during the Rep Your Jersey.
So we'll be there from 12 noon. Some of us will be there earlier just to make sure that things are going very well, or things go very well. So it starts at 12 noon. There's going to be a five-a-side tournament. That's something that most people look forward to. It goes between. It's like a tournament between the stars or the celebrities on Hits FM. They have their own teams. They come together, battle it out to find out who gets the bragging rights for this particular season. And we are looking forward to see the likes of Dr. Pounds, Mekwikwe, and Dusty.
Mention him first.
I mean, these guys are the guys who always come on radio, make noise about their teams, and then Dr. Pounds actually he won it last time.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're looking forward to take the trophy from him. But aside that, other things will happen. E-games. If you like FIFA, you can come there. There's going to be a big screen there. We can play and see how best you can battle this and win something for yourself. There will also be some on-stage performances from some of your favorite celebrities who come through, and of course, there's other games like bottle and straw challenge or flip the bottle. These are all side attractions where you can come and just enjoy. The women are not left out. You can also come and do your unpaid competitions out there. Or everything's just set for
the
you.
women like the flip the bottle.
Yes, they like it. I don't know why they like flipping things like that. but that also will be there for them as well. But there's one event that I want our patrons or you listening to me out there to look forward to. That's the Rep Your Jersey quiz. Yes, so this is where we have this ongoing quiz that we do on radio. We chose our finalists today on the morning show on Hits, and then they come. We ask them questions like a quiz spearheaded by Nathan Atto, and then they ask questions about the Champions League. So it's like a quiz. It's like a 3 or 4 round quiz, and it's big. It's really, really big. People really look forward to that as well. So a lot of things will be happening that day. There'll be vendors there. If you want some food, if you want something, people will be selling jerseys there as well. You come there and then you can just purchase a jersey and then you can join us. So if you don't have a jersey, don't worry. There are jerseys on sale there. You can come there and just buy one for yourself.
Now the game itself, Dortmund Real Madrid, that will be on big screens
as
well, won't it?
That will be the biggest highlights of the night on a very, very big screen. Starts at 7. So that's around 6. We're all settling down. We're waiting for the match. We watch a little post-match. Pre-match analysis, and then and then we get into the game.
Yeah, I saw that SoccerBet is one of the sponsors. I'm sure people have the opportunity to stake their wager before the game starts.
One game they should not repeat when Winston is around is the arm wrestling.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Let us make that a Winston.
We have an injunction on Winston.
He came and broke some people's arms last time.
He cannot participate in the arm wrestling.
No.
The likes of the Don had a swollen arm for like a week.
Imagine.
Yeah, because Winston did justice to his arm. But I have somebody who can compete with him. So.
Oh really? You found a competitor?
Yes.
He's on leave.
Yeah.
The only way you can beat Winston is by doping, and we don't encourage it. So please.
Yeah, but it's going to be an exciting experience for. If it is the first time, I can assure you, you're going to have fun, and you can't wait for the next edition next year.
Yeah. Nana Kwame Labi is from Hits FM, getting us all excited about Rep Your Jersey. It's going down tomorrow at the Aviation Social Center. Okay, let's all be part of it. Let's come together, have a wonderful carnival atmosphere, and enjoy the Dortmund Real Madrid game. Who do you think will win?
I'm for team underdog, so Dortmund.
Dortmund for you?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want Madrid to win their 15th title and make noise all over. Noise pollution will be controlled on Saturday.
Yes, well, sometimes it's fun to bore against. So let's just see how that unfolds.
Yes, I actually had a bet with someone that if Madrid wins, I'm shaving my hair.
Ew. But you do have hair?
Oh, I have small.
Light one be
it's made Sakura.
Oh, fatal.
Sure.
So if Real Madrid wins, that's what you're doing.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So you don't see me at work. Imagine 10 days leave just to grow my hair back.
Well, let's see how that goes. You didn't bet on the final score, did you?
No.
Okay.
These games are very difficult to predict. So,
well, someone in the back room is typing on the screen that he thinks Dortmund will win by 1 goal. We'll see if that happens. Kwame, it's so nice to have you. Thank you so much for having me.
Great.
All right. Listen, peeps, it's been good. We're back tomorrow with more on the Super Morning Show. No, we're not. Tomorrow is Saturday.
Did
I scare you?
Overdose.
When you love your job. Anyway, we're back on Monday with more. That means we get to rest for a couple of days, but we're certainly going to
yes, I've been instructed by Samuel Adami to do these dedications now.
Oh, okay, yes, birthday wishes. We didn't do them earlier, did we?
Yes. Happy 10th birthday, dear Manuel Kofi Amponsa Omari Boatin of Bishop Bowers School. Pray God's blessings for you. May you grow in wisdom and stature and impact your generation positively. This is for mom, dad, siblings, and all loved ones. Rich Auntie Effie is the one saying so. Happy birthday to Bishop Gideon Titi Ofe, the president of Accra Business School. This is for Masfuga. Bishop Titi Ofe.
So this is an interesting one, okay? So today happens to be the birthday of Caroline Gakpe. Okay, she turns today's her birthday, but her sisters and brother all celebrated their birthdays within days of each other. Okay, so this was sent through by Gifty Gakpe. Her birthday was on the 25th of May. On the 27th, it was Ephraim's birthday, Ephraim and Ruth. Okay, and then today is Caroline's birthday. Happy birthday to all of you.
So, Sika Antobre is being called to the bar on his birthday today. So it's double celebration for him. Hopefully, he abandons his old nature and does a party that reflects his current status. Yes.
Now, today is a very big day for Omni Basic Bank because their managing director, Mr. Daniel Asiedu, celebrates his birthday today. He's a big man in banking, Mr. Daniel Asiedu, great friend of Joy, by the way. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Asiedu. You're a phenomenal leader. May the years ahead be as remarkable as your exemplary leadership. From everybody at Omni Basic Bank and here at Multimedia. Happy birthday.
Now, this is a very special birthday at SNIT. This is a blessed happy birthday to Richard Menu, manager, C Department of SNIT. Wish you more great strength and good health. You are loved, cherished, and appreciated. This is from the C Department. I hope the C Department is not part of those selling. Don't sell, okay?
Yeah. My Absu friend Shotos celebrates his birthday today. George Foster Bafo of Tema. Happy birthday to you. He's the founding commissioner of Ghana Strongest. Yes, he's a very, very big guy.
Oh, he's like me?
No. Happy birthday to you, Shotos. It's from Johnny Dazi. Happy birthday to Madam Patricia Tiamwa of Ghana Water Company, the Legon branch. God bless you with good health, prosperity, and long life. Is from your family and your friends. That should do it.
Severine Abone, today is her birthday.
That's nice. All right, thank you all so much for spending the week with us. Have a wonderful, restful weekend. Let's get together on Monday and do it all for God and country. Until then, my name is Kojo Yankson. I'm the morning man.
My name is Raymond Dakwa.
Have a good weekend.